All right, we are unmute.
Great. This is now the perfect time to explain a new type of feat available in spheres of power. I know that the rest of you may not have really been looking to take advantage of them, but I'm gonna go ahead and post them here for you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, there you go. Purring feats. That's right.
Yes, from the
this-
Cat Girl update.
Yeah.
I only have one set of vocal cords. I cannot do this.
Oh no, no. I want you to understand.
Don't you lie to me.
Depending on the number of purring feats you have, you can multi-purr. I'm not even shitting you.
I wanted to say.
This is the weirdest initial D meme I've ever heard.
I wanted to say if Sharut dies, I'll play a cat girl next.
And I want to say that if Sharut dies and you bring a cat girl, I'm gonna murder you for real.
What if?
Yeah. So you're saying
What
it's
if
only a
I'm a-
Mike thing that can happen then?
So, John Eric, if I die, can I play Cat Girl as long as I exclusively use the Bear Sphere?
Eric, if Dandarin dies and you play a cat girl, I'm gonna stick to my word and I'm gonna kill Noah.
All right. Sounds like I'm playing a Cat Girl Bearmancer.
You gotta stick to your guns.
Cat girl
Because-
bear answer.
Because there's always the half cat girl, which is available as a specific feat, feline heritage.
So that's like a thing you can already do as a human, because as a human you can take it's like
But what about as a Warforged?
Yeah.
as a human you can take this feat called ancestral heritage that lets you say like I'm a human descended from this thing, and you can pick basically whatever. Then you can take a sorcerer, and you could be like a dual-blooded sorcerer, because sorcerers get their magic from their bloodline, and if you take a dual-blooded sorcerer, you can get two different things. So you can be like a human with ancestral heritage orc and ancestral heritage cat girl, and then you can take dual-blooded sorcerer for like angel and demon, and you could be an angel, demon, orc, cat girl, human, and you are a protagonist. Like you
call that. No. We just call that being American at this point.
Yeah.
I'm 13% cat girl. If you dig real deep, and like 4% orc on kind of the outside. I think it's on my grandmother's side. They've always been kind of tusky.
I get a bit of demon from my father's side of the family.
Just way back. Just way back. Yeah.
I also get a bit of demon, but from Noah.
I tend to have that effect on people. I was gonna say it's a good thing I've moved recently because John Eric doesn't know where I live to keep his death promise.
Well, I didn't know where you lived before, but I have the internet. It's fine.
He just needs to search for the Noid.
One does not simply search for the Noid.
As a free action, I'd like to kill Mike.
That's a free action. I'm going to search for the Noid.
But only as long as the Noid is currently being brought up.
All right.
If he stops bringing up the Noid.
The what?
I just got a message.
That pregnant pause was perfect.
Oh, shit.
All right. So, last session, the team was crossing the bridge to make it into Spearhold, called Ulsharak. And as they were crossing the bridge into Ulsharak, they got ambushed on both sides by two independently working monsters who each just went, "That looks like food." So there was a young Umber Hulk running at them from behind, and there was a hungry ice troll running at them from the front, and an elf who had been sort of separated from her labor group down in the tunnels and had been living for a few days there, saw the commotion happening and ran over because, hey, people, they might be able to help me get out of here at some point. And so there was a big fight there, and then the elf, Tertia, introduced herself to the rest of the group. And after introducing herself, the group decided that they were going to sort of scout the city for a little while and go into some of the outlying buildings and then see what kind of what they could find as they kind of like circled their way inward. So they examined the basically the slave pens where Tertia was staying, because that was the easiest building that she found to break into. And then they started examining the an alchemist shop, and they found a couple of items, but more importantly, they found a little bit of information from Chief War Chemist Golbazi's journal, and what it said, it's the page that Sharut ripped out to keep, was, "Tonight I will send my apprentices so that they may enact the plan. With the tongue of silver at Intis Ontis, we must remove or rip out his tongue." And that is pretty much where we stopped. So at this point, oh my god, I just realized a thing. I can like pop out my maps. Foundry is dope.
I had my qualms before, but now.
No. I still liked it way better before, but like, oh, that's nice.
Oh, I'm seeing it. It's like a little sub menu.
Yeah, it's real good.
Oh, that's sweet.
It's real good, man.
Oh, that's actually really nice. I just clicked over.
You must be so excited.
It's like everything's a surprise, and every surprise is good. God, Roll20 hurt me real bad.
It can never hurt you again, Sean.
No, it can.
It can.
Andy, I'm being comforting right now. Why do you gotta be you?
Damn.
You signed the contract. You know why.
So
Wait, there
It was null and void after Bermuda.
Bermuda
All right.
doesn't count.
Shut up. So, the alchemist's quarters have been pretty well kind of gone over. You guys went upstairs and found a hidden door with some stuff in it. You went and searched for some stuff. You managed to escape a snow cloak that came gunning for Sharut and Delian. Mostly Delian. It came gunning for Delian, and Delian was like, "I'm gonna make it choose between me and Sharut." And the snow cloak went, "Ooh, seconds." So at the moment, you guys have finished searching this building. What would you like to do?
Delian looks like garbage.
Yeah,
And
he's
Sharut
also
hurtful.
wounded.
Yeah, that's also quite hurtful. Thank you.
He's also quite hurt, so Sharut's gonna go heal him.
Julian looks like garbage, and he needs healing.
It's both things. These are not separate items.
I feel like upon exiting this door, Sharut kind of like looks over to him and sees that he's just kind of bleeding, and kind of snaps back to attention. He's like, "Ah, shit! How could I forget?" And he walks over and kneels down and starts dressing his wounds, and says, "Sharut, expect no apology. Shirked responsibility." And yeah.
What? You don't expect an apology from me? Well, that's good.
Yeah, that's just a heal check. You heal 17.
Wow. Yep, right as rain now.
Will not neglect duties again.
It happens, when you get chased by a giant cape with teeth. Things can kind of go a little hunky-dory, like wild things. Anyways.
Delian, I just want you to know, if we kill that creature, I can make a cloak out of it for you and Sharut.
I mean,
That'll teach it.
that's cool. I don't want to see it again.
That's
Also, I have a question.
terrifying sentence.
Who made the hammer I'm using?
What?
This isn't my hammer. Whose hammer is this?
You made hammer.
Did I? Huh. Neat.
We seriously gotta help this guy.
Eric,
Is he okay?
Eric, if you don't have all 3 hero points already, go ahead and add one.
Sharut, check head. Have no bump.
I mean, not all injuries can be seen with a bump. I think this guy. Luckily, we're just below like a clerical church, so.
Dedrick,
Here's to
take
help
off helmet.
All right. Hold on a moment.
And Sharut checks again after he takes off the helmet.
Give me a heal check.
Nope.
Wow.
Fucking nothing. No idea what happens to him.
Still no bump.
Still as ugly as usual.
Sharut, no. Dwarven skull's thick. Can't figure out. Puts helmet back on.
Yep. And Where'd Ringer go again? I think I asked before and no one told me.
Who?
We had another fellow with us, pretty good with his fist, anything at hand, named Ringer. You wouldn't
That
have met
doesn't
him.
sound like a real name.
Corley says, Ringer stayed up above. Last we saw him, he was at the hotel.
Ah, all right. Well, I suppose when we're done, we can go see him.
Sharut do not want to tell. He looks back over at Zeract.
Yes. Zeract, a moment, if you would be so kind, just to catch me up. I've been going along here, but I cannot for the life of me remember the details about everything.
Yes.
But, so I know we're here for Sharut. This is obviously the ruined city. Yes, I understand that part. And we're looking for artifice of his heritage, but I genuinely don't remember what is it. The last thing I remember was, clearly, was going to bed, and then we were going to go with Delian in the morning to go help him find his friend. What happened with that?
Honestly, I have to ask the question: could we do this anywhere but here? It's freezing in this room.
I don't think that we're at a point yet where stopping is wise. I understand.
Well, we're in a survival situation.
Yes, I do understand your confusion. There will be time to catch you up, but also, look, if you see any more of that black ice, don't put your face on it this time.
I don't remember putting my face on it the first time, but I do recall being close to it. So I'll just assume it's some kind of magical nonsense then.
That's very likely the case.
If it's blue, don't worry, you can lick it. It don't taste great, but you have water at least.
Don't give him ideas.
After you melt it.
All right. So with that, what's going on? What are you guys doing?
So I think we're gonna head to the next building, right, guys?
I believe we were done here. Yes.
I'm wondering if there's a way to keep the John Eric's term would be snacks hidden from the big flying bird. Does anybody have any suggestions?
Look up.
I mean, that didn't help me last time.
I mean, it did. You saw it. You just...
Were there any tarps in this facility?
I don't know. Maybe.
If there were tarps, you could potentially have them carry a piece at either end or a corner at either end. And rather than looking like one small thing, two small things from the air, they would look at as though one larger thing. That would depend then on the intelligence of the creature in question. But if it's not very smart, that should do the trick.
Sharut-like idea.
There's a frozen blanket upstairs.
That's almost like a tarp, yes. Zerac's expression is just like scathing at that point.
What?
Well, I think there's no point in sticking around here too long. There's not really any usable materials without having to wait for them to thaw or start a fire. So, Delian, Sharut, you all can be in the middle. We'll form a ring around you.
Here, Sharut. I didn't want to use this because I know it's just going to get iced over. I do have a blanket, so I guess we can use that.
Think good idea to have taller people hold corners. Travel as group.
I mean, is it a medium-sized blanket?
Well, yeah. I like having the extra space so I can go around.
I get it, man. Trust me.
Delian sleeps like a king. Even on the road, he has his silk sheets, his king-size blanket.
Without that, what am I truly living?
It is a large size blanket.
If you're not a man the size of a toddler living in a California king bed, then you are basically just dead.
Yeah, you get it.
If you can't have a 3-course meal that's supposed to feed 3 full-grown men, it's the size of a toddler.
What's the point of living?
You haven't lived.
Man, I'm really glad you're all catching on so quickly. It's wonderful.
I've been living down for some time now. I should treat you all to a proper feast when this is over.
Okay.
I will hold you to that.
So yeah,
you at least would respect it, I would imagine. Maybe Delian might respect it.
I've been stuck down here for maybe 3 days. I will not respect it.
Well, at least you're honest.
So I would think we give 2 corners to Forsidna and Corley, and then another 2 to I want to say Dandarin and maybe Zeract, and then Sharut and Delian can kind of walk in the center of that.
Okay, so I'm
Square.
gonna put this out here of like how it's gonna go. So it's gonna be something like this with the two of you in the middle, the two short guys.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
And that way, I think if the big birdie comes to attack us, we can just let go of the blanket
Yeah.
And become a very lovely parcel. A meal to go.
So yeah,
Well,
when you start to suggest this of like how you guys should move with the two of you basically like walking under a tarp, Fortuna says, "This is not my duty. I am not here to guard you or to hide you from danger. We are here to guard Zeract." And then Corley goes, "Come now with the duty. We can protect Delian and Sharut. Their survival
House
helps
Neath was
our-
so callous towards their lives.
Their survival helps our survival. Their survival helps Zeract's survival. Ultimately, this is guarding Zeract. Ignore the contract, and let's just do what we can to help." And Priscilla will kind of grumble, but she'll still grab it.
Thanks.
Shrewd won't
Right.
comment.
All right, if we're all settled, then let's get moving.
All right. So, I will pop you guys back out to the city.
Oh, I'm so big.
So you are all over here right now.
Mhm.
You know from what you were able to sort of identify with Zeract and Sharut doing the oh my god, I get to use a literary term. There's a specific literary term for viewing the city from the wall, and it is the Tychoscopia. Yeah.
Oh,
What's up? So as Sharut and Zeract were doing the Tychoscopia, you identified that this one is probably a barracks, and these two are probably like merchant houses or like noble houses, something like that. And Dandarin was looking at these, and he's like, these are in the middle are basically all just like buildings, like dwellings or inns or taverns or anything like that. So where are you all going to go at the moment?
I think maybe
we
the
should
next
clear out.
easiest is that.
Yeah, the
yeah.
closest building is that one. So
There's a bridge over there.
Clearing that out and then having that section be known so that we can camp there and do things makes a ton of sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys start heading to the to this one right here.
Mhm.
All right. That is going to be. Hopefully you guys can't see anything. Correct.
Correct.
Yeah,
correct.
you got that right.
Oh, sorry. What was I looking at? Oh, not that. Okay.
Now we can see things.
So as you climb the door, you're seeing. As you climb the steps are basically underneath you guys right now. You're seeing a short building. Clearly only one story, unless they have dug and made a basement into the rock. The front door has been just shattered off. It looks like something just tore it apart. But whatever happened here clearly happened a while back, because you still have that layer of ice. This is not a recent thing. From the outside, it's there's no real indication of what the interior of this particular building would be. Yeah, it's the same sort of like basically bricks made out of quarried stone that you saw in the alchemist lab.
Okay.
I'll just
Yeah, please.
and I'll take a look around.
All right.
I will stay right behind you.
Okay.
I will scan the skies outside, see if there are things up there.
Sounds good. Dandarin and Tertia, as you guys are moving in, please give me perception checks. Lumio, please also give me a perception check.
Hang on. I need to open the right one. Where did it go? There it is.
All right, Lumio, scanning the skies of the cavern. So not really the sky, I guess, but scanning the air above you in the cavern, you're not really able to see the that creature or any other creature for that matter. Warforged eyes aren't really adjusted to the dark. So for the most part, as you look up, every now and then you can see a little glimmer or an outline of one of the stalagmites or one of the buildings, because it has that like Reesian ice covering it. but that's about.
Oh boy. He's unsettled, but he doesn't say anything except the moaning.
He starts making Tina Belcher sounds. All right.
Are you okay? Do you need a reset?
Dandrin, you are seeing that this place was not just broken into, it was ransacked. And there are just kind of like hordes of bodies of various things under a thin layer of kind of like ice and crystalline frost, especially in this corner and in this corner. It looks like whatever was in this room, like your appraiser's eye will automatically tell you this, whatever was in this room was valuable. But what is in this room now is the the shattered pieces of things that were valuable.
This is, well, looks like there was things of value here before, but they've long since been pilfered. But just like the other building, there might be remnants remaining. So keep your eyes out.
What kind of corpses are we seeing?
You're gonna go and like move some of the ice off.
Yeah.
Okay. You are seeing a number of bodies of goblins, hobgoblins, and bugbears, but you are also seeing a number of bodies of Dolgar and Dolgants in here. The Dolgar being the big mutated bugbears, and the Dolgants being the big mutated hobgoblin. So you're seeing both in this room, and it looks like there was some sort of like pitched battle here.
Is there frost on all of the bodies?
Yes.
I suppose I'll start searching the. I don't think the Dolgants and the Dolgar are gonna have anything. The goblins, the hobgoblins, and the bugbears.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
I'll help out with that.
Okay. You can help out. You can give me a perception check as well. While they're doing that, Lumio and Zeract, what are the two of you doing?
I want to get a brief kind of scout around the building, like
Sure.
check around the edges and stuff like that.
Yeah, that sounds like a reasonable thing. Zeract will assist with that too.
So yeah, when you go up here and you so that you will all know this this is tilted 90 degrees to the right from where it is in the actual like map.
Oh, okay.
It's because this is the way that it fit when I was making this map. But if you look off this way, Lumio, you're seeing like the city, and then if you look off sort of this way, you're seeing kind of the castle. Okay. If you'd like, you can give me a perception check there, and then Zeract, as you are coming, I guess, that way. All right. And the guards will follow behind you. So as you look off this way, what you can see is basically like sort of a frozen lake up here-ish that had some like mushrooms and stuff growing around it. Can you give me a perception check there?
Yes.
Jesus.
Jeez Louise.
Like, I know that you guys like talk about my dice luck, but like Justin with the perception checks, damn.
Do you want a knowledge nature?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a knowledge nature.
Sure. Sorry, that was a mediocre roll.
That was a mediocre roll. That's just a 13. It's garbage, really.
Yeah, it's not great.
I only added what I rolled.
Yeah.
So you're able to make out these mushrooms, and these mushrooms are some of them about person sized, some of them a little bit bigger. And you know that they're called dust caps, and dust caps are used as food by a variety of like cave dwelling races. They're very hardy. They can survive in a lot of different environments, that sort of thing. The goblins and bugbears of Dargoon still use them, and the dwarves of the Moorhold still use them. Like generally it's hard to cultivate mushrooms, but these real easy. You can tell from a distance that there's something on them. Dust caps are usually just like sort of purple with like little white spots on the caps. Well, big white spots because of their size. But some of these white spots have these like flecks of black on them. You can't really tell what it is from here, but you can see it from here.
Gotcha.
Lumio, with yours, you see the city.
It's dark out there.
It's real dark.
I'm coming back.
All right. So as you're coming back, Delian and Sharut, searching through the bodies, you're not finding awful much. But Delian, you managed to find basically a small belt on one of the goblins, and it's just something that you notice because the belt is in his hand. Like it's a frozen goblin body, and where a lot of the other ones are clutching like knives or daggers or a lot of chain weapons. The Dakani Empire used a ton of chain weapons like flails and spike chains and stuff. This dude has a belt.
Okay.
It's a little weird.
It is a little weird. I'm gonna do an appraise check real fast, and regardless of outcome, I'm gonna show to Sharut.
Okay. Go ahead. So the interesting thing about this is that this belt sort of looks like do you know what like brigandine armor is?
Yes.
Where
I know the name.
Yeah, you have these metal plates that like slide in and out of each other, and then you cover the metal plates with cloth.
Yeah.
It looks like this belt is sort of like that. And unlike a lot of the other stuff here, almost all of the other stuff that you see, the swords, the axes, the chains, everything else, there's no rust on it.
Hey, Sharut. I don't know what this is. It's a weird-looking belt, and maybe you know a bit more than me. But it looked interesting. Everybody's holding weapons, except for this fella. He's holding a belt.
Shrewd will look it over, and I'm assuming find that it's lacking rust.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and like Delian, you know that it's valuable. You just don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Sharut think Dandarin may be able to help discern purpose. Feel has more than just regular belt.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, Dandarin.
Is that about a belt?
Oh, wow. The hearing is exceptional.
I mean, you were 2 feet behind me.
I'm just, you're right. You just gotta stop sneaking up on people.
He looks at himself in his like armor and with weapons and stuff. Just like I didn't think I was being particularly sneaky.
Oh well, that's on me.
You should just start screwing with him. Like you've been doing this nonstop for the last 3 days, and you need to stop.
Sharut is particularly confused by this exchange.
So I've got this belt here. As you can see, there's no rust on it. I have no idea what it is. Sharut said you would, and I know that you're kind of addled at the moment for some reason. Well, I know. Maybe.
Let me take a look at it.
Yeah, please.
23 to identify.
Yeah, Dandarin, this is what people call a bladed belt. You can basically shape it through force of will and a flick of the hand into a masterwork bladed or piercing melee weapon of your choice.
Wow.
Oh, I see. And I'll demonstrate it. So this is a bladed belt. You see, it's you just have to exert some force of will, give it the right flick and swish, and hurrah! And he makes like a sword. And now you've got a sharp hammer. I will then use the sword to do bludgeoning damage because I have weapon master.
God,
to prove my points.
Wow.
Breaking the sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, yeah, and you see him do that, and then as soon as he's done, and he whips it again, it's back in the belt form.
That's an odd thing for a belt to be. I'm not one to judge.
It's a way to conceal a weapon on you, because you see, the belt is fairly fine craftsmanship. You could wear it around like a stately dinner, a noble's court, and that way you wouldn't appear armed, but you would be.
And I guess, like, if I think about it, it would be when a scuffle is about to start. I, too, would be surprised if someone started yanking off their belt, thinking he would be, lowering his pants.
Just
all of a sudden, he has a sword or something else. Yeah, I get it now.
It can be more than just a sword. You can also
I wouldn't wear it for
a
stately dinner. They'd make fun of your belt the whole time. But
well, then you could just take the belt off and stab them. I'm failing to see the point here.
Oh, dear.
Regardless, we'll figure out who gets this, unless someone wants it particularly right now.
I don't know.
Oh, wait, hold on. Lumio,
Yes.
lad. You don't have a weapon at the moment, do you? Or did you get one in the last day and a half, 2 days? I can't quite recall.
I do not, technically.
Well, in that case, here's a fancy belt that you can turn into a weapon with force of will.
Oh.
No. I do appreciate it, but I do not wear pants, and I do not hit things.
Sharuk taps Dandarin on the shoulder and says,
Would you like the belt, Sharut?
Think best Delian have belt.
Okay.
All right, here you go. Oh, that's a knife. That's a nice knife on your belt there. When'd you get that?
Oh no.
You're actually making me feel bad about this thing that I did to your character.
I know.
What?
I mean, it'll pass because it was your character, but it was there for a bit.
I got it from a friend, a really good friend, and yeah, I'll tell you about it later.
Well, here's a belt. Let me know though, because I may actually be able to do a bit more with that belt later in the future. But for now, you've got yourself a versatile weapon that you can conceal.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm glad I have one.
So,
Yes, Sharut.
Make sure, watch step.
So that you know what the bladed belt does
Yes.
is basically on command. So as a standard action, you can turn it into pretty much any bladed or melee light or one-handed weapon.
That's cool.
And as long as you're holding it, that's what it is. If you drop it, it'll revert back. And then like you can enchant it, and then the belt holds the enchantment. So anything that you turn it into has that same sort of thing.
Oh, that's really cool.
So yeah. So anyway, what are the rest of you guys doing?
If it
Well, I
seems
was
safe to enter-
following Dander, and I assumed he was going to open this door, but I guess not. So I'll go this way.
Okay. Ahead of you, you see a hallway, and the hallway has had its door just shattered. It looks like by a single strong blow, kicked it in the middle, and the door just kind of folded in and off the hinges. Which, considering that it's a stone door, that's a feat. Each of these
can I take that,
bits right here that you're seeing are spikes of ice. Like, just these jagged spikes of ice coming from the ground. That some of them go all the way to the ceiling, but they are just there, glistening, being spiky and icy.
All right. I mean, if someone's following me, I'll keep going. Actually, I wouldn't check, so I would just keep going.
All right. To your left, you see a room that has a hint of a carpet in it, and then further on, you see another door that's leading to something. It's a little bit hard to tell. And then ahead of you, you see that the door is open, and you see additional spikes of ice on whatever is there along the bed. To your right, you see a small hallway with a quartet of doors, and then a flat wall. The last two doors in the hallway are open, but the first two are closed.
Well, I'd probably try this door.
Okay. It opens. Like, it's you still have to shoulder it a little bit. Like, you have to kind of, but it's not as iced over as some of the other doors have been. And what you find inside is a room that looks like it's been tossed, but it doesn't look like it's been. How can I put it? It's a room that looks like it's been tossed, but not necessarily like broken around in or ransacked or anything like that. There's just, like the chests are open, and there's piles of like clothing and stuff like that. The mattress for the bed has been kind of like pushed off to one side, and all the blankets are in a corner over here.
I'll probably spend a few minutes gathering some clothes, putting them in a backpack for later.
Okay, sounds good. Give me a perception check. All right. And while Tertia wanders off, what are the rest of you doing?
What? I don't know if it's been described, but what's the green stuff on the floor?
So it's kind of what you're seeing looks like. Actually, do you have craft alchemy? And if not, then please roll me an Arcana check.
I don't have craft alchemy. So Arcana check it is. 16.
Based on what you've seen over the last couple of couple of hours here and kind of your experience here, it looks like something bled out an aberration, and then that aberration's blood kind of froze along the ground.
Lumio instinctively jumps off of it.
Okay.
And we should avoid touching the former liquid on the floor, if possible. And Lumio points to the green that Dandarin is clearly standing in. The blood of aberration, most likely.
Wow. Does it do anything weird?
Potentially to your mind.
Ah.
Sharut does have craft alchemy.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a craft alchemy. And do you have dungeoneering as well?
I do.
Go ahead and give me a dungeoneering. All right, Sharut. So, Sharut being the inquisitive type who doesn't heed warnings, you like take a little chunk of the ice from the ground and like start looking at it and like, put a couple sprinkles of powder on that and pour some like analyzers and inhibitors and all kind of things on this, and then you're like, you're pretty certain that something with a bleeding weapon, like a weapon that inspires bleeding, and you would guess it at like supernatural bleeding, then further coated their weapon with woe wound, which is just a vile alchemical concoction that makes it so if you're bleeding, you just keep bleeding. Like you'll probably just bleed to death. So it can turn very, very small wounds into this puddle that you're seeing in front of you. Based on your knowledge of the last couple of encounters that you've had and what you've seen, some of this is Umber Hulk blood, but you wouldn't say all of it.
Appears Umber Hulk was struck with weapon cause bleed. Skilled alchemist made so bleed last longer, though there's some blood here not belonging to Umber Hulk.
Oh no.
Based off my rolls, like I could probably discern whether or not this is harmful to the party, right?
It's frozen. It's not actively harmful to the party. It's just a liquid that was trapped in the ice and then frozen.
In current state, not harmful, though do not know if same can be said if thawed.
Okay. All right. As you were, everyone. Lumio's going to proceed this direction since they're bungling with the door over there.
Okay. So speaking of bungling with the door, Dandard.
I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get her open.
This one, when you actually like try it, the door is locked.
Does the lock appear to be iced over?
Everything is iced over. Like the floor that you're on, the table behind you, the door you walked over, everything's iced over.
I would like to use a lantern to heat up the lock so that the ice melts to make it easier to actually like get it open.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, to do that would take like a vial of oil. Lanterns don't produce much in the way of actual heat.
I have a vial of oil. All right, I guess I'll go down to 8 left.
Okay. You use a vial of oil and you drip a little bit on the thing, and then you light it and drip a little bit more and light it, and then you get like, you think you've cleared out most of the ice from the door.
All righty. Delian, Delian, please come here and give me a hand with this.
Sure. This Delian looks back at Shrew. This stuff won't hurt me if I step on it, right?
Correct.
Okay. That's
We'll
all
make some
I
room.
needed to hear. Oh, thanks. Okay. All right. We really need to get you some help.
Apparently, I feel a little bit out of sorts.
Yeah, I hate to see you like this. I mean, it's really bad.
All right. So
I
who's rolling and who's assisting?
I'll roll.
Okay.
I will assist.
Dandarin roll to assist. Delian roll. Dandarin doesn't assist. Delian roll without the +2. Okay, you're trying for a bit, and it's just not happening. The door, the lock seems to be fairly expertly made.
Well, it's just the way of it sometimes, especially with going back farther and farther. Techniques like I have sometimes don't work. That's just how it is sometimes.
No, it's fine. Well, anyway, time for the slow way. You all take your time and explore. I'll be but a minute, and I'm gonna use the old-fashioned way and just get through it eventually.
Okay, so you start hitting on it. While he's doing that, Zarakt, you doing anything?
Zarakt is going to pull Corley and for Sidna into the building, since Dandrian is making a shitload of noise at this point.
Okay.
And kind of grab Corley and pull them off to the side. And she's gonna look at Corley and then kind of like put her hand up in front of her in kind of a conspicuous way and say, "Is there something that we need to talk about?"
What are you saying?
I've seen it.
She says, I assume you mean the energy?
Yes.
The fight at the Frozen Throne did not go well for me, and the witch's hit to my back did damage of a sort that is not easily healed. The chapter house give me an item to heal my wounds, but nothing. It is providing some small comfort, but I am hoping that they will be able to solve the issue soon. They have some of House Jarasco working on it as we speak.
Do you mind if I take a look?
You are no doctor, and I have had the best look. This is what they did on our time off. Trust me, there's little I think you could do.
Fair enough. Well, if there's a point where that doesn't seem to be the case, and I can help in any way, just let me know. In that case, Zarek's going to look at Sidna instead and say, would you mind giving us a moment here? Just keeping an eye outside, I think, would be sufficient. I want to make sure that cloak doesn't come back. And then
Sidna says, and if it comes from me?
You're not small like the others, and you can duck behind the wall. Don't go outside. Just stay near the corner here.
As you wish. And she'll...
And Zarek, yeah?
Yeah.
Gonna pull Corley over, which actually frees up this corner for Sidna to look around.
Sure.
You can just go right there.
All right.
There's something you're not saying. Perhaps several things. You're not incorrect that you've sought out those who are most capable, but you should at least let me have a look. I'm capable when it comes to magical sorts of things, and I may be able to work with Sharut or others that we've met in order to help fix this.
I do not think this is a thing you will be able to fix.
Then there's no harm in trying.
And she says, with some time, the wound to my back has closed, but I can show you a wound the troll made a few hours ago. And
is that also affected?
Everything is affected.
Yes.
And she peels back her wrist, or she peels back her sleeve from where the troll slashed at her. Or sorry, not the troll, the Umber Hulk slashed at her. Mm-hmm. And there's these 3 jagged lines down her forearm. But the wound doesn't look right. It looks closed, but just not right.
All right. So first and foremost, yeah.
Can you give me a perception check?
Yeah, absolutely. Zarek is also going to examine this using detect magic. So
okay.
If that's a thing, but oof.
All right. And
I'm gonna spend I don't accept that. I'm gonna spend a hero point.
Okay, sounds good. You spend a hero point. Shifters have pretty good senses, and as she's like showing you and moving her arm a little bit, you're getting this just whiff of like rot, like something that you would maybe smell from a wound that is very, very infected. Maybe a wound that's gone like a little bit past that and begun to go like kind of like gangrene. And you said that you're doing a
detect magic on it.
A detect magic. Yes. And then 2. There are 2 effects. They are both necromancy effects. One of them is Corley. The other one is something on Corley.
Can I use a knowledge arcana to try and figure out what's going on here?
Technically no. Actually, hold on. Roll knowledge arcana, because you did kind of see one of these things before. One of those effects you have seen before. One of those effects you handed to her 2 days ago.
It's the robe. It's the one that keeps dead things going or from rotting. Gentle repose, right?
Yeah. Are you asking me or her?
No. I'm asking you. Like that's
yes. It's the robe. It's the robe. And like now that you're close to the wound, you can kind of get that. You get that smell from the wound, but you also get that smell, that like overpowering lavender perfume that she's been wearing.
Would you object if I called Shrewd over?
I told you, I have been dealing with the best doctors in Star Alaska. Some tribal shaman from Dargoon is not going to be able to fix anything about this.
Probably not, given that it's magical in nature. I'm not even certain that the doctors themselves would. The fact that and Zarek's voice lowers during this conversation, the fact that you're wearing the robe in the first place is problematic that should only work on dead things. At a minimum, I think we need to kind of assess how drastically this is impacting you. And if nothing else, we should be taking that into account in how we move forward with this investigation, these explorations, and where we put you and whether or not you are compromised. I think Sharut would assist with that, and I think that you, in particular, would appreciate that perspective. I trust you to do your work. I trust him to see to your health.
He cannot see to my health. This is what I'm saying to you. I am past doctors now. If you want to bring him, bring him. I do not think you will like what he has to say.
I think I have a sense of it already. Sharut, can I borrow you for a moment?
Sharut looks up from where he was looking at the frozen aberration blood. What?
Yeah, Sharut will head over, but as he does, he's going to tap Delian on the shoulder, and I think he wants to point him in the direction of where the blood is coming from.
Sharut have hunch. Think something might be over there.
Alive or dead? I'm assuming dead with all the blood. Okay.
Something of value.
All right, I'll check it out.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Sharut, you go over, and Corley looks like sort of a very irritated person who is being made to do something she does not want to do.
Well, first things first, Sharut. Let's keep this conversation close. I'm unsure of potential impact here, but my gut says it's not good. I need you to examine Corley. Just no expectations at this point in time. Just give her a once-over and let me know what you think.
Corley seem well. Corley, do you need examination?
Because Sharut can see her annoyance.
Yeah,
It's not her indication.
He goes, she says, not at all.
She says that. I disagree.
Sharut's going to look at Zeract, and Sharut's going to look at Corley, and then Sharut's going to look back at Zeract and say,
Sharut cannot assist those do not want assistance. Hurt in battle, one thing. She does not want my knowledge at moment.
She knows as well as I do that this is important for where we are and what we're doing, and it has potential impact.
Sharut looks back over to Corley.
Does Sharut have permission to examine?
Give me a diplomacy check there, Sharut.
Alrighty, I'll do that.
She just kind of like sighs and shakes her head. Fine. And she rolls up her sleeve again and shows you her forearm, where you see just those three gnarly wounds across the front of the forearm, and they're closed, but they don't look right.
Looks to Zeract.
Already have look at this. Yes, Zeract?
That's why I called you over.
I guess he'll do a heal check.
Okay, yeah, you start poking at the wound, and you see no reaction from her, just none at all. And even when the wound reopens a little bit, no reaction from her at all.
Broaden your scope, Sharut.
He does a full examination as best he can.
I mean, this is basically what she's showing you, but go ahead and roll it for me again.
Okay.
So you're, full examination on the wound. You're like pulling out your pliers, your scalpel, and you're like when you grab at the wound with the pliers and you pull it up a little bit, nothing. She's just dead-eyed, just looking at you. And when you kind of like take a small skin sample to examine, nothing. It doesn't look like she feels much in the way of pain.
Sharut's gonna motion her to lean down, and if she does, he's going to check her temperature real quick.
She's cold. You're cold. Everything's cold. You put a cold hand to the top of her cold forehead.
No, that's fair.
How long not feel?
He's gonna say very quietly.
And she kind of glances at Forsidna and then looks at you and says, "Since the Frozen Throne? Since that witch blasted me in the back?"
Was powerful hit. Sharut, no. On brink of death.
It was powerful necromancy, Sharut.
Sharut, think we do not have time to address here. Assume you've seen other healers, yes?
I have been to my chapter house. I have seen members of House Jarasco.
For that also? That last statement?
Yep.
Zeract is gonna just stop, and she's gonna look like Zeract has been concerned this entire time, and her expression is just gonna slowly melt into being pissed off, and she turns with a hand that is clenched into a fist, just to make emphasis, and just say, "I need you to tell me the truth, and I need you to give us information that we can use, because right now you're not. And if I don't have that, then any idea of helping you, which ostensibly you're going along with here flies out the door.
What makes you think that I want your help, or that I need your help? I am now a soldier who cannot feel pain.
Soldiers must know pain. Without pain, soldiers do not know when stop. Then they have no use of being soldier.
If nothing else, you should respect my perspective on this impact to other creatures' ability to sense you. Right now, you are overwhelmingly perfumed. In a place like this, sense deaden, perhaps that's not such an issue. Once we get to the surface again, it's unlikely to go unnoticed. And that's for as long as the perfume lasts, to say nothing of what it's hiding.
And,
That's...
she shrugs and she says, "In this place there is no hiding. It is a dark cavern, and I am with the only group carrying light in it, and with the only group who opens every door by way of knocking it off its hinges.
Was that
There is no
Everybody
hiding
glances at Dandrin.
here." Who's still just like
as if
whomp,
sensing?
whomp. And she's like, there is no hiding with any of you. And when we get to the surface, it will not matter, because I assume at some point we will sleep or rest for the night or something. And, well, tomorrow our contract with you is up.
Do you sleep anymore, Corley?
Not so much.
Because my thought here is that this may have given you a powerful set of new opportunities and an equivalently difficult set of drawbacks. And contract or otherwise, I appreciate your sister. And if I can help you in any way, whether that be to assist in dealing with this, finding a way to live with, finding a way to exist with it, or reversing it if that's what you want, that's my interest. I know someone who might have an idea about whichever direction you decide to go, because this is your decision. I realize that I'm pushy and that I don't respect your space as much as I should, but ultimately this is your decision, and whichever way you go with it, I think I know someone who can help you.
You mean your Arenal friend?
That's the thought, yes.
I have heard of how Arenals view people with my condition. And you have seen it yourself. As soon as things changed on the back, she referred to me as your creature.
She is, at the end of the day, a scholar, and ultimately one who I have a minimal understanding with. Perhaps that's something that can be leveraged. And if not, there's still research that can be done. There's other avenues that we can open up.
Why would you think that I want to go back to what I was?
I'm not suggesting that you need to. If this is the existence you're looking forward to, if this is what you want, then I will respect that. But I can still help you.
She shrugs and she says, "This is a decision for tomorrow. Today's decisions are already written in contract. The job is being done. Maybe when the job is done, we can discuss something else."
Then that's the best we have.
All right. So,
Yep.
Good.
While that's going on, Delian,
Yes.
you're not seeing much over here except for, like, basically there were some tables that were sort of shattered. You're not actually seeing any sort of, like, body that is not a goblin, a hobgoblin, Dolgaunt or Dolgar.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever made all the blood, because Sharut said it might have been a number hulk. You don't see that.
Okay. Then I'll chalk it up to not being a thing, and I'll just follow, go up next to Lumia and be like, "All right, it looks like you've been standing at this door for a little bit. Let's take a gander on what's inside."
All right.
I don't have a.
Oh, I do. Here, follow me.
No, you don't have a light either. You gave it to Tertia. But I mean,
here.
you guys can see Tertia's light right here.
I had two lamps. I had my hooded lantern and the one the monk cleric gave me.
All right, then I will give you light as well. Give me 1 second here.
And
All
if
right.
not, then I can
Yeah.
easily just do a thing.
You are now lit.
Oh, good.
So yeah, the two of you are seeing all of the ice spikes in the hallway, and you see a door to your left that's open into well, you can't really see what kind of room it is, but you see kind of a little bit of a carpet there, and then you see a door ahead of you that's open, and sort of past that into the room ahead of you, you can see past that you can see basically a bed over here. And then to your right, you, well, I guess Lumio and Delian as soon as you get there, so I'll just move you there. You can see a hallway going down, and from one of the doors that's open, the 2 doors at the end of the hall are open, and then there's a door closer to you that's open that has Tertia's light coming from it. That's sort of like soft blue light from the disc you gave her.
Would I see this from this distance?
See what? The door?
The
the
green
Oh, yes, you do see that.
ecto cooler.
Yeah.
the ecto cooler.
The ecto cooler.
Yeah. Just,
Mountain Dew Extreme.
Gotta use my vocabulary. It goes away.
Slimer.
Oh, Slimer. I'll point it out to Delian and kind of motion as if, do you want to go down there?
Absolutely not.
Me neither. And I'll kind of poke my head towards this room.
Okay. This room looks worse than what you saw at the beginning, because not only do you see the blood in here, what you see sort of in this spot right here, you can just kind of make out a claw that is very, very big. On the ground, claws kind of pointed towards the sky, but it's like this big, chitinous, ice-covered forearm.
Lumio is going to attempt to be stealthy.
Yeah, that sounds great.
And kind of very carefully move towards the door.
Sure, please roll for Lumio stealth. You crouch and you see a glowing eye in front of you. As you move, the brackets get wider.
It's detected.
That's the first time I've done that. I didn't know that was a feature. Okay. All right. Move towards the door.
Okay. So you move towards the door. So the thing is that with the light, you can't see much more unless Delian moves.
Oh, that's a thing you want to do? Okay.
I try to make a claw thing and point in there, and then put my finger to my lips.
And then in that, like, I'm whispering, but also not. I just kind of like, okay, and then I'll move up, because as soon as the light hits, like, Delian sees the silliness in this.
So I'm gonna put this on the board. Don't freak out.
I'm freaking out already.
1 second.
I can't even
here.
fucking see it because I'm in a corner.
Mhm.
Great.
Wait, it's moving.
But I will note what you are seeing in this spot is as you move up, Delian, you see.
You want me to move here?
Yeah, that probably works. You see this thing from like the torso up over here, and then from like the torso down over here. Dandarin, around this time, there's this bam, and you open this door.
Oh, good timing.
Oh, no.
So as the two of you step up, let me describe the scene in this room. This looks like it was basically like a very kind of opulent dining hall, which opulence in like Sharut, as soon as you see it, opulence like this, the only people in the Dakani Empire who would have really had the gall or the audacity to do opulence like this were the lowest of the low merchants. Ugh. There is
Absolutely
nothing
disgusting.
worse than a merchant in an empire composed almost entirely of soldiers. But yeah, you're seeing like it had this fine table that went and like spanned this whole thing, and it has just been shattered. You're seeing these spikes of ice over here that are just jaggedly puncturing up through the carpet, some of them going so far up that they are touching the ceiling, some of them going so far up with so much strength that they are puncturing the ceiling, like actually sticking through the stone roof. There are a number of bodies in here, but the bodies for the most part are going to be sort of on in kind of this area right here are going to be hobgoblins. And in this area are going to be Dolgons. But the big one clearly that you see is this dead, split in half Umber Hulk.
That's real big.
So
Is it dead?
Yeah, looks like it's in
check.
half. Unless these Umber Hulks can split in two and come back together, I think it's actually quite dead.
Just gonna check this and but here's my child.
Uh,
I'll examine this corpse while I talk to my real life child.
Dandrin, can you make me a reflex save, please?
Oh no. I mean, I can surely roll one for you.
All right. 1 sec. I'm checking my DC. Oof. As you move onto this space, it's like the ice subtly shifts, and you get just skewered through the bottom of your foot.
Ooh.
Oh, spike in my foot. It's an inconvenient time for my child to demand my attention. I'm going to be in such pain, I'm going to pass my turn on to someone else for a minute.
Okay. So, Tercia, you have a frozen set of winter weather gear. Nice. If you thought it out, it might be warm. But are you doing anything else right now? Mike, if you're talking, you're muted.
He definitely is, but I don't know.
I definitely was.
So, you have a frozen set of winter weather gear. If you warm it up, it might be warm at some point. You have stuffed it into some duffel bag or something. Actually, there would be no duffel bag here, but you might be able to, like, sort of crack some of the ice off a bed sheet and just tie it in that.
Yeah, basically what I would do.
Okay. And what would you like to do now?
Well, I assume I heard the door crack from Dandarin.
Yeah.
The crash from that.
Well, basically, the big thump that has been going about every 5-10 seconds stopped thumping.
So either he's dead or it's open.
It's one of the two. Who can tell with these dwarves, eh?
It's real hard to tell. Yeah, I'd go investigate. Like, the hell are you guys looking at?
Yeah, you see them, and then you see the Umber Hulk ripped in half on the ground.
Well, you know, the camp is real warm this time.
Is on seeing that and seeing Dandarin basically, like, you basically walk up just as Dandarin just skewers his foot on a shard of ice. What would you like to do?
Well, normally he'd call and be like, hey, are you okay? And because Dandarin is dealing with stuff, he's probably just going to say some dwarven curse word I don't know, and be like, oh, okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I imagine he's like, he's extricating his foot from the spike and then backing up and then, but he's moving real slow. So
yeah, so I'll just go over here and open this door so I can keep an eye on him.
All right. So that door will open, and you look inside, and what you see is it looks like it's a pretty ransacked larder. It is an ice-covered, ransacked larder. You see some things on some shelves, but most of the shelves are either so coated with frost and frozen that it's hard to see, like, that there's much of anything in value here.
I'm still gonna check.
Okay. Can you give me a perception check?
I can. I don't find anything good. It's my assumption.
Yeah, like, basically what you're seeing is that everything in here, it's like the steak at this point is made entirely out of freezer burn. Like, there's no doing anything with any of this.
For someone who hasn't eaten in 3 days, though, looks like a meal.
Yeah.
Nope, sure doesn't. Not for a noble, it isn't.
Not for a noble. You're like, a peasant would eat this. I'll go tell the goblin.
They'll be impressed.
Yeah, so that's what you're doing. Sharut and Zarakt are the two of you doing anything of note.
I suppose Sharut would go check out the Umber Hulk body.
Okay.
He's got a hunch. I think there's a weapon on the Umber Hulk body. So I'm going to search it for said weapon.
All right. Go ahead and give me a search check.
Perception, here we go.
Great.
I do not find it.
You don't. I mean, there are things on or in the Umber Hulk body in terms of like weapons, but it looks like regular arrows, regular daggers, that sort of thing. Yeah. Anything else you're doing?
I'm assuming that it's been dead too long for me to try and harvest anything from it.
You can try to roll me a survival check to do that. The difficulty is definitely going to be increased. Any of the chitin on here is pretty brittle.
Fuck it. I got the charges, so why the hell not? I will use a charge of my survivalist kit.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Like you try prying off some of the chitin, and it starts to basically fracture and come off in pieces. This is useless. It's either so old that it's useless or so frozen that it's useless. Either one.
I mean, does it matter?
So while you're doing that, Zaract, do anything?
He is. I think he might be away at the
Oh,
moment.
did Justin say that he was going away?
Yeah, he's away at the moment.
All right. Well, then I will come back to Lumio and Delian.
Well, that was not very, very frightening.
Really?
I've been trying to learn sarcasm and
Oh,
not been going correct.
I was taking it as truth. Yeah. No, you did it. Yeah, that was sarcastic as hell.
What
Oh, good. Okay.
sarcasm?
Oh, well, later.
There are some things you can't teach.
Yeah.
Anyway, this way more maybe.
Oh, jeez. Lumio, can you give me a reflex save?
Can I? Question mark. Sort of.
You take 5 points of cold damage
Why did
As
you hit me,
you-
Delian?
as
Oh,
you skewer your foot on the ice spikes right there.
You know what you did.
And you find that like your movement is slowed.
Oh, ow. Pain. Not good. Huh.
Yeah. that
What?
was bad.
Whoa. Don't touch the spikes, I guess.
Yeah, after watching Dandrin stab his foot and then you stab your foot, I think I'm going to be careful of where I put my feet.
I didn't see Dandrin actually step on anything like that.
That's okay.
Wait, you
I-
didn't? It happened right in front of you. It happened in that room right there.
I didn't see him walk forward at all. Like when you
Oh.
did
Oh,
that.
it wasn't in the vision.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he moved
Yep,
forward
yep.
and stepped on the spike. That's why it happened.
Okay. So the spikes are like blade of grass size.
No, so basically there's some spikes that are really big, like they're going all the way to the ceiling, and there's some that are just small, jagged sword or dagger size. But if you move onto the squares, the spikes will actually slightly shift to make you step onto them.
Oh, okay. That's dumb. Stupid ice magic.
Dumb, stupid ice magic and dumb, stupid.
I'm a hobble this way.
Okay. You see Tertia.
Is this
Trash. More trash. This may have been bread, but now it's trash.
walks on?
Tertia is just filling up this square with a bunch of impaled foodstuffs.
Used to be foodstuffs. I can see through that door. Do I see the glistening?
You do, yeah. You
Yeah.
see that. You see, the blood in there, and you see a number of beds. You see some ice spikes over here.
All right.
Can you give me a perception check?
You know I can ish. Hey, best one of the night.
All right. Delian, you can also give that from where you are.
Sure. I'm pretty sure I got that one right. I sure did.
Nice.
Okay. The two of you, as you start to look into this room and you're looking on here, the top of the ice here looks like it slightly just goes, but it like flattens out. It's taking up a lot of the top of the ice.
Like it's flowing over the ice. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but it looks just like the ice. You're not able to really make out what it is. You're able to more make out the movement. However, you know that you encountered something similar to this in the catacombs before you even got to like the tunnels and got to Spearhold.
Yeah, that sentient ice, whatever.
Oh, the flowy thingy.
Yeah.
Oh, that we got the Bardish
Yeah.
from. I'm gonna back up a little bit.
Okay. You hobble backwards.
Yeah. Delian, do you want to fight that?
I don't want to fight anything here.
Okay. Let's just tell and like looks through the open doorway where the sorting is happening.
Okay.
Tarsia, don't go in the next room without other people. There seems to
Sorry,
be
what did you call me?
Tirsia? Tarsia.
Oh, sorry, it sounded like you said Darcia.
Oh,
Don't ever call me that.
Is that your mother's name?
Old rival, assumed to be dead now.
Oh.
Tirsia and Darcia, blood feud.
Oh. Yeah, I mispronounced it with a TH at the front, not a D.
I
My
feel like
bad.
that rivalry was just because of the similarity in names.
Probably.
She was a baker, while Tarsia was a dancer.
Bakers and dancers are every NPC in this.
So far, yeah.
She killed her with her own bread.
Yeah. And some kenku for
kenku.
flavor. Anyway,
Gross.
What a weird flavor for bread.
yeah, it tastes like everything else.
Blackbird's baked in a pie, my dude. So,
Delian.
Anyway,
Delian.
Yeah.
Can you give me an intelligence check? Lumio, you can do that too. If
Okay.
either of you want to do this.
Sure. I choose not to.
hey,
Uh,
just straight intelligence, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the two of you are like, don't go in there. It's real dangerous. And then you just walked away and left the door open.
I didn't know if it was busted. I would have definitely closed it.
Okay, cool. Like, I just wanted to point it out that, like, saying don't go in there, there's a monster, and then standing in front of the open door is like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I assumed
right.
since
That
it
makes
was
sense.
open, it may have been busted. That
There's
was
a
my bad.
monster.
all right.
All right, that was rude.
Okay, so you guys did some exploring. Sharut and Dandarin and Zeract. You guys see the basically the dining room, and what would you like to do?
so there's an Umber Hulk in here.
As a free action, Sharut will be disgusted by the decor.
All right, yeah, you take that action as a free action. It's
Absolutely.
it's gaudy,
Hell.
it's opulent.
Ugh.
No
Ugh.
no Dakani of any like real status would need this.
Oh, it's worse. It's a crutch. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So what would you guys like to do?
I just want to know if there's a real lazy boy in the corner.
Well, of course. Zerect is. She wants to see if she can duplicate that feat with this adult, probably frozen Umber Hulk.
You want to see if you can rip an Umber Hulk in half?
Don't
What? No. She wants to harvest.
step there.
Why not?
Seract, can you roll me a reflex save, please?
I wasn't for context. I wasn't here during the description of this room, so
But you were also like around the corner, so you didn't see this happen.
that's fine.
Yeah, I'll give you a plus 2 to your save because as you're moving there, Dandarin goes, "Don't step there." Okay,
I thought you said do step there. Step right there.
you manage to sort of like catch yourself as there's this like of ice crystals just kind of priming themselves for your foot.
What the shit?
I stepped right on him. Little bastards got me. See? And he holds up his bleeding foot.
Zeract is
Sharut,
gonna,
would you be so kind?
Zeract is gonna kind of get down, not like she's gonna put something down, so she's basically like hands and knees. She get eye level with those fuckers, and see like and just kind of like hover her hand over them.
Sure.
I'm assuming that the appearance of the ice at that point is like metallofluid, and that the spikes are just following where her hand is going.
Kinda, yeah. Like it's very like it's jerky. They don't just, it's not like they're moving like it's water. It's ice. It's still ice. It just kind of like shatters and refreezes and shatters and refreezes over and over and over until it is closer to your hand. It just happens very rapidly.
Do either of you have a shovel?
Of course I do. Why would you ask that? He just takes out his pack and pulls out his camping shovel.
Yeah.
Zeract?
Zeract,
Yeah.
if you would like to give me a knowledge arcana.
Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
How hurt is Dandarin?
Dandarin is moving at half speed for 24 hours.
I can't even
Oof.
technically roll that low, so I'm assuming that's a 14.
Yeah, you rolled another one. You're looking at this and you're like, I don't know what this is. I don't know.
What it is it's fucking meat, so I'm gonna try and get some up with the shovel.
Okay.
I guess what my question was more directed at Dandarin, but I do appreciate the additional information. How hurt is Dandarin?
He's dead,
Emotionally,
apparently.
Eric, he's dead.
Oh no!
Oh God!
Death by his
Taken me.
feet.
Grodic, I'm coming, brother.
God damn it.
My brother.
My brother.
I'll see you soon, my brother.
I'm hurt. I'm hurt a bit. You could just patch up my foot. You'd really be doing me a favor.
Would me healing his wound remove the slowness from him?
Give me a heal check.
I will do it without thinking.
All right. So this takes you a while. This is not a quick, oh, I'm just going to heal him. This is you specifically trying to fix his speed.
So to be fair, I did not use a charge
That's
my.
fine.
Okay, yeah.
This is you specifically trying to fix his speed, and it takes you about 10 minutes to do so. Because what has happened is that on contact with the inside of his foot, he got frostbite.
Oofed.
And he had the foot damage. And so you are doing like everything you can here. It takes you about 10 minutes. You're able to like warm it up by the application of, you probably like heat up some wine or some water and pour that on, wrap it, put it next to a lantern, and you're able to get it to the point where you can actually like fix it to the point where his slowness is removed. But that's just to remove the slowness of it.
Sharut have patched foot. Should be able to move normally. Other wound will need to bear for now.
He's gone.
He says to
lost him.
Dander.
I've died. Hold on. I've been distracted. Anyway, yes, Sharut, please repeat what you just said, pretending like a 5-year-old has just come in here making faces at me.
Explain all the things to me like he's 5.
Sharut try best. Since Dandrin acting like 5-year-old.
Yes. I was stabbed in the foot and you're trying to heal it.
Sharut
Wailing and crying.
did not treat wound, but Sharut has patched it. Should be able to move normally.
Good. Zarak, have you taken the sample you wanted?
In lifting this off the floor, does it stay aggressive?
So you're basically trying to shatter some of it with the shovel.
I'm trying to dig under it and pull some of it up.
Yeah. So like as you like hit at the base with the shovel and then pull some of those shards of ice to you, give me an Arcana check.
Cool.
The ice that you're bringing to you, as soon as it's removed from whatever this effect is just ice again.
Zarek grumbles on hands and knees and like throws the ice back down and like carefully gives the shovel back to Dundren. This is stupid. This is a stupid effect. Clearly it's not harvestable. I don't know why anybody would do this, much less permanently. I'm done with this room.
Good. Dendron will put his shovel away and then just crush the ice with his hammer.
And
Scratches his head.
You see,
you see that spot where Zarak threw it. It tries to grow there for a second, and then it just kind of falls.
It tries to grow, you say?
Yeah. Zarak, can you give me a knowledge planes check, please?
hell yes, I can.
So, you're looking at this, and
That is a 30. Yeah.
Yeah, there's two things that are kind of like standing out to this. And number one is, the ice spikes. But number two is the fact that something ripped the Umber Hulk in half. And you're like, all the people that you see are just people. Something else happened here. And as you're like kind of like looking at this, you think that, oh, maybe there was like, it got ripped in half and then it kind of went this way. And you see this kind of a footprint that has just shattered some of this ice over here. That is sort of, it's basically like 2-toed. Well, I guess it's 3-toed, but like the back one is that like long thumb, and the front two have those like, 2 long gripping toes, like the tridactyl sort of foot, like if a bird only had 2 toes kind of thing. And then there's these gouges in the wall and like parts of the ceiling that look like they came from maybe a stinger. And you're putting those together, and you realize that like what ripped this apart was not the people, it was a Gelugon. which most people
Uh-huh.
know as an ice devil.
Yeah. Yup. Fuck.
You think you don't really see signs of it necessarily, like, still being here or anything like that. But I mean, you're in a manifest zone, and
Mhm.
it's the magic that it cast when it defended this place, however long ago, seems to still be active. Because if Risia is about anything, it's about stasis.
Yeah. At that point, like Zurak kind of like having stepped back into the room, assessed the situation, is just gonna like hold out her hands and say, "Stop." Okay. The knowledge I have is disturbing me, and I really wish to share it with all of you, so that we can all enjoy in this wonderful thing that is the knowing. And she's gonna explain what a Gelagon is, and is going to identify. And she's just like, the endemic life to Risia is probably not something that we want to encounter. Given the opportunity, we should run. If you see anything that looks like a large blue-white termite standing upright with a spear or pole arm of some kind, maybe with a stinger, you should get the hell out. By all the six, you should get out and not be in its line of sight or anywhere near it, because it tore that in half. And now you know what it did it. And now you know how to avoid it, which is to not be there. I'm glad that we've all been able to share in this moment. And then,
Zarak, when did you become such a bummer?
is that not how... Wait, is this a trick?
Sharut can say, been surprisingly chipper lately, though has changed.
Sharut, do you have any ability to strip this Umber Hulk like we did the last one?
Sharut has tried. Materials frozen over.
At the end of this hallway, there's a creature of some kind that appeared to me to look like the
Zarak is immediately walking away.
the creature that we encountered earlier that was manifesting on the Bardiche.
Oh, that's not so bad then.
Yes, I figured we would all want to be present during.
Sharut, hold on. While you're up there,
okay.
What you see in this room, it looks like a kitchen. You see that apparently something died in here, because you see some kind of like bones over in this area. But you see that it was a kitchen. There's prep tables, and from where you are over in this direction, you can make out ovens that look to be your sort of standard kind of Dakani ovens that you would feed coal or wood or charred stalks and cook on.
He is going to close that door
Okay.
and head towards where Lumio said the monster was.
Well, when this is done, I want that Umber Hulk hide.
Will need to harvest yourself.
Fine.
Sharut can't do.
Oh, I was about to harvest it, but all right.
We can take care of this first.
So, what are you guys doing?
What are we taking care of?
I suppose we're just getting set up to breach this door since we know there's a monster in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, every now
Which
and then
means-
there's this like...
Yeah, which means Dandrin's on point, and then
It's just a bunch of like
Yeah.
discarded food, kind of suspended in midair by a bunch of ice spikes. Not
Does
even
any
a
of it
frozen bottle of whiskey in there.
does any of it look actually edible?
Nothing.
Not to me.
Not at all.
Okay. I feel like
Actually,
Either-
one thing real quick. I gotta do it because of a thing. Never mind. We're good.
okay. I feel like either Tertia or Zarak should be right here, and then Lumio should be here,
That's wrong spot.
and then Delian, since he's more of a frontliner,
Ow, ow, ow.
should be right here. And then we can also have either Corale or Frosidna in this corner, but that's more up to them, I suppose.
Their job is to protect Zarak. Like,
Uh,
they tend to only run into a fight once the fight has started. Otherwise, they tend to start near Zarak.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I think we're good to open the door then.
All right. Well, 1 second here. And we'll do a combat. Everybody, please roll your initiative. Dope.
What?
The ooze is sure an ooze. All right. Top of the round. Corley, pass. Tertia.
So door is open. We can see it.
Yeah. Basically, Dandarin opens the door. You and the Freezing Flow are both prepped for this fight. So Dandarin opens the door, and then you can see it. And basically, what you see is some of the ice on the ground has kind of coalesced itself into it almost looks like an arrow-headed snake that looks to be sort of like icy liquid covered in these like scales of this frigid frost. It is
Go ahead.
yeah, it's basically like a semi-solid ice snake.
This is a real bad place to start this fighting. Yeah, I would throw my chakram.
Okay, throw it.
Hang on a second. What does it say on my sheet? Does it say 7 or 8? My attack. Okay. But we are within range, so I can use my +1 for that. That's what. Okay.
That's a hit.
Okay.
For
Takes 4 slashing damage.
4 damages, sir. You wound me. Yeah,
I do.
see what I
That's
did
the idea.
there? All right, and after Tertia is going to be Delian.
I would love to go here, and then I can probably swing at him.
Yeah, that would work. You can swing at him from where you are. He'll just have cover because of the thing.
Oh,
Like this is
yeah,
just
yeah.
like this area right here is just a hard corner, so he'll just have cover.
Okay.
So
A
AC goes
little
up by
awkward.
2, but you don't have to move if you don't want to. If
Okay,
want
I'll
if you
just-
want to move, you can. You just have to make an acrobatics check or risk the attack of opportunity.
Yeah. No, I'll just straight up fight right there until other people need to move. Otherwise,
Okay. Go ahead and roll it. You get a -2 to hit.
oh, okay. So that's just straight up that then.
That hits.
Cool. And then let's see. Oops.
I'm gonna blind it. It doesn't have eyes, man.
So the +1 doesn't add to damage, right?
For the kukri
Because
yeah, it
of
does.
the kukri +1.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to be sure.
Yeah. So the thing is that you have a low strength. So normally with your kukri you do a D3 -1. The +1 brings you up to a D3.
Oh, fantastic. Take that.
Yeah. There's a reason that small characters tend to do like rogues because it's one of the better ways to buff their damage. They don't
Yeah.
tend to have a lot of strength.
I take that as an insult, sir.
After that, I'm just gonna put this over here. After Delian is gonna be Lumio. Lumio, it's your turn. You see the big frozen snake ooze thing.
I'm gonna put down the totem that gives us extra damage.
Okay.
And then, well, weapon attacks extra damage. Yay me. And then I'm gonna fire a bolt at it, and it's gonna be one of them electric ones.
Okay.
Even though I know that doesn't do very much right now because he's not really wearing armor. So wild magic for the totem looks like it's a miss, and for the shot looks like it's also a miss as far as the magic goes.
Yeah, because you just use regular electricity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're good to go there.
Okay, and then
So that is a touch attack, correct?
yeah,
Okay, that is not going to hit.
I was afraid of that. Go. All right, everybody. Good luck. Have some aura.
And which aura was that again?
That's the +2 to damage rolls.
Okay, I
From
will.
attack.
God, that covers so much. There you go.
Mhm.
It covers just everything. 55 feet is a lot.
It is.
After that is going to be Sharut.
Am I in a threatened square?
Pause. No.
Cool. All right. A pew and a pew.
Oh, we're going to pew it twice.
Yeah.
Well, pew that
so,
snake, man.
Yeah, move action will apply a special poison and then pew. Because we can. And we have -1 since it's in range. And then +2 because that's a miss. And then that was the poison. Did I do? Oh, that's what I did. Does an 11 hit?
No, it does not.
Unfortunate.
right.
Yeah,
Anything else?
that's fine.
All right. After that is going to be Zaract.
Zaract casts True Strike.
Zaract has 2 strike. Do anything with the move action?
Nope.
All right. Dandarin.
I am going to sunder the creature right in its attack.
Okay. Go
So
ahead. Go ahead
What?
and sunder.
Take this.
That'll hit. Jeez.
So the actual damage it takes is going to be it's going to take 12 actual damage,
Okay.
and then it will take a -2 on all attack rolls.
Sounds good. That is very good for you. Okay. No, don't want that one. That one. There we go. Do anything else with your move action or anything like that?
Shift here to allow someone else in on the fun.
All right. Not much for Sidna can do, so she's gonna pass. And then Dandrin, you are the target it can hit right now, so it's gonna hit at you. Does a 12 hit you?
I'm afraid not.
All right. So it makes this spear of ice with its face and then jabs it into you, and you manage to deflect it with your shield. Top of the round, we're going to move to Tercia.
Just trying to make sure I'm doing this right. If I use one of my abilities for sniper, does that also use deadly shot?
What do you mean?
So if I use push shot,
Yeah.
from sniper,
Yeah.
does that also consume deadly shot?
Yes.
Yes.
So it also adds the damage.
Yeah, so that's what deadly shot says. It says as a special attack action, you can add you can make an attack with a ranged action with a ranged weapon, and you may add any one snipe talent you know to this attack.
Ah, great. Then I'll do that.
Okay.
I'm going to do a bull rush with my chakram. That is a
Okay.
weird sentence I just said.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I throw a frisbee at him. He backs away in abject horror.
The discus of destruction. The legends
Does
of
point
truth.
blank shot affect this?
Yeah, because I mean, point blank shot affects
Damn it.
CMDs and stuff. So, late radius.
That probably missed.
Um,
This is a combat maneuver.
that will miss. Yes, that's not gonna hit. Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
I have
Moving on.
expended my martial focus.
Moving on, we have Delian.
I will go there and try to hit,
All right.
and I miss.
All right. You do. After that, Lumio.
Yes. I'm gonna give it another one of those regular lightning blasts.
Do the thing.
Doesn't explode on us.
Correct.
That's always nice. And I touch it.
You do. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
2d6. 6. Hey, there we go.
Nice.
All
Yeah.
right. That's not what I wanted. I went to add 10 to the 18 to make it 28, and I instead made it 218.
Hey, that's
Oh,
pretty
wow.
good.
That's really high up there.
That
Yeah.
sounds right.
Oh.
You should. Yeah. No, that's right.
Lumio got a real
Job,
good hit.
Romeo. Do that more from now on.
I don't want
All
it.
right. Are
You
you
can't
doing
make me.
anything with your? Are you doing anything with your move action?
Nope. Just concentrating on my aura.
Sounds good. Sharut, it's your turn.
Same as before. Move action, special poison, and then flashbang.
Alrighty.
Does a 15 hit?
It does not.
Ah.
Or more to the point, it probably hits directly, and you just see the bolt just kind of go like just into the creature.
Gross.
And that misses.
The 7 will also miss. Anything else?
I guess. Well, I've already used my scout ability on this, right?
No. You. So it doesn't matter if you use it on. Oh no! Wait.
Yeah.
You did, and I think you failed.
Yeah. That's what I.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I was asking.
You already rolled
Yeah.
it on a freezing flow, and you failed. So.
Cool.
All right. Zeract, you have True Strike up.
I take a shot.
Take a shot, Zeract. Plus 45 to hit. Yeah. Wait, did you also roll a 20?
I
He rolled
did. That's a crit.
Yeah.
All right. Roll your crit. Remember that True Strike shot does count for the crit. So
It's actually already rolled it.
actually, hold on. Making you roll the crit is real mean. You can't crit this. It's an ooze.
Yeah, that's fair.
But you'll do 3 damage to it.
Mhm. I just love this is the one perfect shot I get.
Yeah.
The
It's
perfect
It's
shot.
dead center of that that arrow-shaped head. If this was an actual snake, you would hit it right in the brain.
Yeah,
Oh, right in the brain. They don't like that. Them
This is a-
snakes.
beautiful shot. All right,
Yeah.
that's what I got.
There's a golf clap coming from somewhere down the corridor.
All
Me,
right.
I'm doing it.
And after Zeract is Dandarin.
All right, that was a good shot, sir. Good shot. Now let's see if we can do what I did last time. But again, Me.
This is against its CMD, correct?
tragically, yes.
That'll hit.
Hey, so it will take 10 damage this time.
You said 10?
10 damage this time.
All right. You do another big smash to its face, and you see that like it's real weird sundering the face of an ooze because it you're not breaking parts of it, you're just kind of unshaping it for a minute, and it takes a minute to regain that cohesion. But whatever you just did worked.
Good.
And after that is going to be the Freezing Flow's turn. So I'm going to see who he's going to hit. And Delian, you're even. And
Very good.
Delian, does a 13 hit you?
It does not.
Okay. This spike of ice face just comes at you, and then you kind of move out of the side, and it like slams into some of the ice here, and then it whips back. And then we're back at the top of the round, and it's going to be Tercia's turn.
Tercia takes a total defense
Okay.
to regain martial focus.
Sounds good. Delian, your turn.
I think I'm gonna try to jump here. Thank you.
Grab
There
it.
it is.
Are you going to do a CM, or what is it, an acrobatics check?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and roll it for me.
Okay.
Man, that's just enough. You are able to move right there.
With a sentence like that's just enough, it could have gone either way.
Like you beat it by 1.
Oh well, good.
Yeah. So that's your move action. Did you want to take a standard?
Yeah, I want to attack it again.
Okay, go ahead and attack it. It no longer has cover from you, so you get your regular attack.
Okay, cool.
So I'm not gonna make you roll to confirm your critical because you can't crit in ooze, but you can
Yeah.
roll your damage because you did
But
hit
that's
it.
all right.
You did hit it real well.
I hit it so good.
Roll those dice, all 1/2 of them.
Yep, here we go. Oh, so good.
Oh man,
Got him.
Delian with the layup, and he just like cartwheels in, does this huge slice, and like one little ice chunk goes ping off the monster, and Delian's like, "Yeah, I did that."
I hit him with my jelly knife. That's why I did so little.
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't that got +2 because of me?
Oh yeah. You do.
Oh,
do
cool.
a +2.
I got you, bud.
Hey.
The same thing happens, but after that happens, like another bigger piece just kind of falls off.
Yeah.
And then Lumio, not top of the round, but it's your turn.
Okay.
Top of the round.
Top of the
For
round,
me.
Lumio.
Top of the
Lumio,
round.
top of the round. Top of the
not where I
Lumio
belong.
is
I'll
where the
wait.
top of the round starts. It starts at the top of the Lumio, the top of the round.
Alright. Do I make wild magic happen? No. Do I hit him?
Also, no.
Maybe? Touch?
For a Scooby snack?
What position in the New Goblin Empire would this ooze want to be hit?
All right, so next up is going to be Sharut. It's your turn.
All right, same as before. We're gonna see if I can roll higher than a 10.
No.
Probably
Spoiler.
not.
No, you will
Probably not.
Sharut. You
Okay,
rolled-
look
You
lower than a 10.
you did not hit it.
All right.
You rolled a
next shot.
9.
Next shots.
Tried to tell you, man.
I'm trying
got
real
your-
hard.
You got your hopes up.
Ah!
No. Man.
Oh my
I don't-
god.
Sharut.
All right. So far, I'm at a 7, a 9, a 3, a 9, and a 1.
Yeah.
Something.
Next time. It'll
Here.
happen next time.
Here in the halls of your ancestors, this is the kind of performance you put on.
And on top of that, it must be really hard for Sharut to get the concept of shooting moving water, but that's all right, man.
Yeah.
I'm
Next.
so glad the merchants aren't here to see this.
You're gouging my floor. How dare you?
It was that room that just took him out of whack. He just could not handle it.
Zeract, it's your turn.
Zeract will reload it and fire again. Oh, shit.
God damn
What
it.
happened here?
So Zeract,
Justin,
Like-
did you put your PC in the microwave?
it won't fit. I tried.
Justin, would you like to tell me a story?
I would. So there's this arrow-shaped ooze's head is already a little blunted from the arrow that kind of like the bolt that shot in, and it's still, I'm assuming, floating somewhere in the back of its neck. And Zeract is like, I can hit that again. Just drops in a bolt, lines it up, and fires, and it splits the head of this thing right down the middle. And the the jelly, watery shape of it just kind of decoheres and splashes in a gelatinous mess on the floor.
It does indeed. You have managed to kill a slushy with a crossbow.
I mean, achievement unlocked, I think.
Double crit on crit.
Yeah, that was a crit on crit. That was pretty good. So fight done. Fight over. I will delete the combat.
No, I'm gonna keep it up.
And I will.
I didn't hear no bell.
I didn't hear the bell. And I will say that we're gonna go and take a quick 15-minute break. So come back around 9:25ish. Wait, it's already 9:20ish. Come back around 9:35ish, and then we'll continue.
Come back in 5 minutes. I lied to you all.
We'll be back, gentle jelly spoons.
Bye.
Good.
Shit.
Okay, and we're back. Oh, geez. I put the starting soon right on Karnath. I gotta move it. It was like starting Karnath. And
Starting Soonath.
I forget which place we were in. I believe it was this one. Yes.
I might pick up headshot. That's silly.
All right. So, why is it longer? Let it 1 second.
Oh lordy.
Uh-oh. I has lost connection.
Yeah, I think I lost connection.
Oh.
And so I had to. There we go. I had to rework a couple things, and now it's working.
Should we refresh into the page just in case?
I did.
I mean, I want everybody else to, but you do what you want. I won't make you, but if you don't, you're gonna take damage.
Wow.
How much damage?
I don't know how much life you got.
So Lumia, when you do your totems, you actually put down a totem, and that totem radiates the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna I'm gonna make like an object for you, and when you put it down, like you'll just be able to like hit the 1 button, and it'll drop on the ground.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because if you could just do that and do something that's like, hold on, if we did something that's like 0, it's got low intensity, but it has like a pulse. Maybe it needs more intensity.
I like what I'm seeing here.
What
There we
are
go.
you seeing here?
Oh, I'm watching the stream. It's pretty great.
How's something? Are you guys not in the room? Are you not able to see it?
Do what?
Ooh,
Oh,
now
the
it's doing
radiating
the
thing?
pulsating. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it.
Okay.
But
Those
is it-
effects.
That's something that Lumio should be able to put down, right?
It's not strong radiating. Like it's not as vibrant, easily visible, and it's
It
blocked by
also-
walls.
Yeah, it also looks like it's blocked by walls.
So I'll have to see what his thing is, like if it's a burst or whatever. Because if it's a burst, it is blocked by walls.
Hmm.
I would assume that it is.
Yeah, because usually stuff like that is blocked by walls, like a bard thing. Like you have to be able to see or hear them or whatever. So I'll look at it, but I think it would be cool if you could just like pop this down and then everybody goes like, oh, like I'm in the area or I'm not. And then if you have 2, we can make the other one like be, I don't know, a different color. It could be this one, and then you could be like that. I don't know.
It's an area.
It just says area.
The totem is an effect on you of 50 foot by 50 foot plus 5 feet per 2 levels of casters. Radius area centered on you, but that does not move as you do.
I would ask the
Yeah,
Discord.
I'll ask the devs and see what they say. So anyway, so you have all killed a freezing flow. Zeract is scooping some of it into a vial.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Zeract, you were able to scoop some of it into a vial, and you see that there, once you're in the room, and you can see this, Delian, you can see this as well. This looks to be some sort of potentially like a servant's quarters or something like that, where there was a because basically what you're seeing is this right here is the only single bed. Everything else is bunk beds. Not many of them are standing. A lot of them are broken down either due to age or just the weight of the ice on them, or being pushed over by a big ooze monster. Who knows? But
Just a shame.
yeah, you're seeing basically 7 sets of bunk beds, 1 single bed right there, and a lot of that same sort of like goop on the ground that's frozen into it. I will tell you guys right now, before you spend a lot of time in here, there's nothing worth searching for. So let's assume you did it and you didn't find anything.
Yep.
I'm glad we took the time to search that room and found nothing. About this
I
room.
was literally going to go detect magic from that corner, so I appreciate it.
All right. So Is anyone doing anything else in this here building?
I had other
We
rooms
will
I
just-
hadn't finished checking, so I will.
Okay.
I am colliding with a wall.
Yes, because there are walls. I'll open that door because they're not locked. They're slightly frozen. You're able to sort of just shoulder your way in. This room is basically as unkempt as this one was. So essentially, somebody has come through here and pulled a bunch of clothes out of the drawers and off the bed and stuff like that. It looks like somebody hastily packed, basically. The main difference between this room and this one is that this one has a desk. Otherwise, it's just a nice bed, a chest, and a desk. You're free to go through it if you would like, but for the most part, what you're going to find is just a scattering of more clothing. Zeract, as you were going through these two,
I am going to check. Sorry.
yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check. Because you were down here for a minute, weren't you, Justin? As you were going through these two, you see a couple of hobgoblin bodies in this one. But I suppose more importantly in this one, you see a Dolgaunt body that is literally speared to a wall right here.
Oh,
Like
what is spearing it to the wall?
a spear of sorts. It looks like some sort of glaive is just driven through this thing's chest and is driven into the stone.
Okay, real quick, does it register to the magic?
It does not register to magic, no.
Does it look like it is well made?
Yeah. Like, I mean, for all that Zeract knows about weapons, it's lasted this long. I would actually say that the wood of the handle does look like it's got, that kind of like, I don't know what you'd even call it on wood, ice rot, where, it's just been frozen for too long and it's brittle. But the piece, the cross guard that you can see kind of sticking out of the chest bit looks fine.
Zeract is kind of like, she's sitting here and she's looking at it. She's pondering her morning star. Spear does give a little bit of extra room. She's going to see if she can pull it out of the wall.
Okay, so to be fair, it is not a long spear. It is a spear, so that you know. It is not a reach weapon. It is just a spear.
Nope, then it's a cultural artifact, and she will tell Shrewd about it.
Okay.
I would like to correct you. It's not a long spear yet.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, so Tasia, you rolled me a perception check. Yeah, for the most part, you're finding clothing. You're able to, if you sort of kind of move the desk a little bit, scrape together a handful of golden coins, but that's all you see of value in this room.
Cool. And same thing. I'm going to bundle up some of the clothes.
Okay.
In a blanket, so that we have fuel for the fire.
Sounds good. Yeah, you can either bundle them up into a new one. You're not finding much in the way of bags, but if you just want to make a God, what do you call it? A bindle. If you just want to make a bindle for it, you can totally do that.
Sure. It will not be well made because I'm a noble and I probably don't know how to make that very well.
A bindle? What do you mean? Is that like a peasant thing?
Yes, decidedly so.
Yeah. So yeah. And anyone doing anything else in here?
Yes.
You guys can actually talk to each other with word stuff. It's an audio.
Oh,
medium.
yeah.
So when Zeract shares the information about the spear, he's going to say,
Appreciate. Notify. Sharut do not think what we are looking for. Suggest give Dandarin for material. Yes?
That's fair. I suppose Dandarin should take a look at it anyway. Dandarin.
What? Yes.
Oh, there's a spear to the south in this southmost room to your left when you go down. I don't know. Take a look at it, see if it's interesting. I don't think it is. And then when you're done, we wanted to come back and take a look at this Umber Hulk and see if anything could be made of it.
Yes. Hold on. Let me take a look at the spear.
I don't think that this is a good defensible location, though. The exterior doors have been blown out, and that would only leave the interior ones, and I'm not excited about it.
All right. Dandarin, you see in the room that you're in a Dolgaunt that has been impaled to a wall.
I take a look at the spear. Wait, that was acrobatics. That's not a praise check at all. Why is that number so low?
I cartwheel towards the spear. Your face touches the ground.
You forget the last day.
Why am I so cold?
The haft of it looks all but useless. And from where you are, this has been pushed into the crossguard. You can see that the crossguard is fine work. The blade might be fine work, but you don't really know. You would have to get it out of the thing.
Sure. I'm gonna first take the bodish and behead the Dorgon, just to be safe. Give it the double tap.
Just to be
and
safe.
Then, and then I'll clean off the bodish and pull out the spear so I can get a proper check at it.
Okay. Can you give me a strength check?
I can certainly roll a strength roll.
Okay.
Hey, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, it takes you a little bit of doing, but you're able to eventually pull it out, and you see that this thing has a blade that's about a foot, maybe a little bit longer than a foot, with your standard kind of elongated diamond-shaped blade, comes down to a crossguard. As you're pulling on it, the haft of the spear just basically falls apart in your hand. You get to the point where you're grabbing the crossguard to pull it out. But you get it out, and what you're holding is a blade that's about 13, 14 inches long, diamond-shaped, and a faint sort of purple in color. It's got that. It still looks kind of like steel, but it looks like somebody has almost steeled or almost blued the steel wrong, so that it doesn't have that blue shine. It has a purple shine to it.
Huh. And well, I know that that's a real thing you can do with metallurgy. You can blue the steel to get a couple different hues.
Yeah.
Can I tell if it's a special material or not, though?
Give me a blacksmithing roll.
Sure.
It's going to be in the mid-30s, high 30s, 40, low 30s. Yes, this is Beishk. This is something that the members of your hold use in the war below.
Oh, that's useful.
As things come up from the Khyber, one of the only things that those monsters from the Khyber tend to be afraid of is a weapon made of Beishk.
Good. Yep. No, we're keeping this regardless if it's magic or not. I've got some good news.
Good news, everyone.
Well, a spear, we're keeping it regardless if it's magical. It's made of Beishk. Beishk is one of the few things that can take creatures from the Khyber.
Yeah.
So, one of the rare materials that they fear.
And Zarak, you're a gatekeeper. You know that that's a find.
Yeah. That we need that. We could use that immediately here.
Hell, if it's I wasn't able to tell if it was magical. I was so distracted by it being Beishk and getting it out of the damn corpse. But Zarak, if you want to give it a go and see if you can detect any magic on it.
I've already looked. It's not magical, but the material itself is useful, and especially here should be useful. If there's any more of those things locked away, as it sounded like there were, then that's going to be an effective weapon. Can you?
You can use it as a dagger or perhaps a short sword, as it is. I can jury rig something quickly to make it usable.
That's what I was looking for.
I'm going to use my repairability, John Eric, which in that it is in combat speed.
Yeah. You're able to basically jury rig a handle together for it so that it can be used as either a dagger or a short sword. You don't have the material at the moment to make it a spear. But a dagger or a short sword.
The wood's all petrified.
Yeah, because all the wood here is petrified and has ice rot. But if you found a proper haft, that might be possible.
So yeah, for now, just so question is, who wants to hold on to it?
I mean,
I can, but
I'm really hoping that there's a point of we should give it to Delian.
Yeah, right.
Zarak just said it.
I did. I just said it. So it's a good suggestion.
No.
I mean, him having, because he's one of our few close range fighters that
Delian,
actually go up close range.
Huh? Yes.
give me that belt. Take this knife.
This is a very weird exchange, I have to say.
I know. We'll give you the belt back, but for now, this
You
dagger
don't
will do much
necessarily
better.
Need the belt. The sentence was just strange. I'll take whatever. It's just strange.
No, I apologize. I was being a bit coarse about it. Yes, the dagger's made out of Beishk.
Bless
Sorry.
Bless you.
I need your belt and your dagger.
if it,
Give me your belt and your dagger.
also your boots and motorcycle, but
So,
can work on those later.
real quick, I have that neighbor that decides that now, because apparently he just started, is the time when he's going to just run his motorcycle for like 40 minutes, because there's always
cool.
that asshole wherever you live. There's one on every block, and the one on my block lives next to me. Apologies to everyone that can hear it, because he does rev it. Sorry.
Well, I can't hear it, but
What
what
do
you
you-
should
I
do-
can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what you should do afterwards is go out to your garage, pull your car out, just rev that for 40 minutes outside his house.
I mean, you've seen my car. It would sound like somebody having like a real rough time on a kazoo.
Yep. Do it
Oh
anyway.
man, so intimidating to motorcycle riders.
Somebody just really aggressively using an RC car outside.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. So, are you guys doing anything else in this place?
Harvesting an Umberhulk.
So Sharut has already tried this one and has basically shattered the major chitin pieces.
God damn it, Sharut.
I've got a better chance of. You know what?
Like, it's basically it's frozen and petrified, and he's trying to pull it off, and it was just like it's shattering in his hands, and he's doing it. You do notice though that like the little gaps in between the chitin pieces do have kind of like a little tufts of fur around them.
Get your hand in there.
Go on.
Sharut would like to open this door and explore this room.
That room appears to be some sort of kitchen.
Yes.
You did this.
Is
before.
there anything of use in here?
So what you see up here are some ovens. Like I said, there's 4 of them. You see that there are 2 prep tables that have been kind of like broken, and there's some tables down here as well. The tables don't look intact at all. The ovens do, because they're made of like layered brick.
I guess he'll. Yeah, I guess he'll search the oven.
All right.
Perception, yeah.
Yeah.
Reflex
Go ahead
save.
and roll a perception for me.
What can I get for 14 and a Scooby snack?
Does a 21 hit your flat-footed AC?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. I'm going to show you this thing, and I want you to zoom in real close on the picture, because it is something special.
Great.
You so I'm gonna just go ahead and add everybody to the initiative tracker here.
This is what I get for trying.
Of course, I'm
I
far
should-
away.
I should miss a game.
I'm gonna delete this one though. God damn it! Stop rolling. Remove. There we go. You're in a really cold environment. Where's the best place to hide for prey? In the ovens.
Yeah.
So Sharut, you check the first oven, and it looks like an oven. Like you see that there's a little bit of ice on it. Doesn't look like it's really been used much anytime recently. You go to the next one, kind of the same thing. You're like poking around, not finding anything. You go to the third one, and as you start to move forward and poke around, the oven just consumes you. So you take 9 points of damage, and I need you, sir, to make me a reflex save.
1 second.
Can't believe I got it right.
You gotta love a mimic, man.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Never mind. You don't get a save. You're grappled.
Okay.
So, as part of that grapple, because you're grappled, it constricts. You
Oh,
take
Lord.
14 damage.
Oh boy.
Sharut is dead and dying.
Well, which is it?
Dead and dying. He's at -2.
You can't be dead and dying. You are dying or dead.
Dying. He's
Okay.
at -2.
Dying, aspiring for dead.
So,
In the running for dead.
you guys hear what sounds like a scream. It's like a scream from inside a toilet bowl. It's just this like, and then there's this kind of like satisfied like.
God, those noises.
Mouth noises.
So,
to feel.
top of the round, Sharut, can you please give me a con save?
I can try. Fuck.
All right. You will take a point of damage.
Ooh.
Okay. That puts me at -3.
Sounds good. Zeract.
All right, Zeract, just runs into this room.
Great. Can you give me an acrobatics check?
I can. She moves 30 feet, so I don't know if that's...
I'm going by what you said.
Okay. Sure.
Ah, you're fine. Like, it's a little slick, but you're good.
She sees an oven attempting to, completely engulfing Sharut.
Yeah, just... You at this point, you basically see Sharut from, like, the calves down sticking out of this thing's mouth.
Yeah. Do I take the -2 penalty for melee combat with it being... Or for shooting into melee combat?
I would say no. Not at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case...
Sharut is... Here, I will move... Is there a way to...
I don't know if you can layer them. Actually, hold on. If you press...
Well, Shrewd's in that square, but helpless.
Yeah. There's a...
So.
Shift will let you do it in outside of the grid. So you can, like...
There we go.
You can do that. Or you could do, like, Shrewd off in the middle of the grid intersection like that.
Yeah, I can do that so that you guys can see that, exactly how much of Sharut is in the mimic. And it's most, yeah.
Okay. And then Zeract will immediately sight down at its eye and probably miss.
An 11 will miss.
Yeah.
All right. And after Zeract is going to be Delian.
I'll start moving that way.
Okay.
Because Sharut has screamed at many a thing in here, so he doesn't really think necessarily there's a cause for alarm. Gross.
How far are you
Also,
going?
you didn't add me.
Did I not add you? Why are you not added?
You did not.
1 sec. I will... Oh, because you're still in the room down there.
I didn't add you? Why is it your fault?
There you go.
Just like my dad.
Wow. Is that as far as you go, Delian?
Yeah, I can only move 20. I can double move. That's not true. There.
Sounds great. After Delian, you see that an oven is eating Sharut.
Delian can't help but release a little bit of a chuckle because he's never seen an oven eat a person.
Just comes in and goes, snark.
Yeah.
All right. For Sidna's turn, she will go, God damn it, Zeract. And she will move to there. The mimic will continue to eat the Sharut.
Fuck.
Oh, that's not good. That's really not good.
You dead?
I am 1 point away from dying.
Oh,
man.
But that means you're not dead.
True.
As long as you stay in that thing's mouth, it's just going to keep eating you. So, way to go, man. Great tactic.
Taking one for the team.
Yeah, you're really helping out. Tercia, you're down there. There's a lot of people going, God damn it, and then like Sharut, and like running off to the north.
Doesn't sound good. I'll have to hang on. I don't really know how to do the movement things. I'll just do it separately. 3, 5, 6. Still can't see him. All right. So we're gonna go like that. God damn it.
Just use your arrows, dude. Like you can use arrow keys to go like 1 square at a time. But yeah,
Quitter's time.
Fine. I made it.
You see, Sharut is now like basically at this point you can see about his boots, sticking out.
Where's Sharut?
In the oven.
Why is he in the oven?
I don't know.
I love that Delian thinks it's funny.
Did you push him in there?
I've been over here, man. I don't know. Have you seen an oven eat a person?
No.
Me neither. We should get him out.
And Corley will move to there. Lumio, it is your turn, sir.
All right. Where's everybody going?
It looks like they're going into this kitchen over here.
Ow, ow, ow. What's happening in there?
Sounds like Sharut's in an oven being eaten.
You busted my feet, John. This is as far as I get to move.
I mean, you can take an additional move action.
No one has called for help.
Yeah, that's true.
Lumio, do you need me to
You did
repair
hear
your
a
boots?
loud scream.
Oh, yeah.
Coming from a toilet bowl.
Oh, as soon as we save Sharut, whatever that is,
Sure.
I'll fix your feet.
All right. Wouldn't it be crazy if you used the beshk for my feet? Your
Wouldn't it
ancestors.
just? I'm not going to use the base for your feet.
Please do not use the dash for my feet. I would go right through the floor.
Would you do it for 2 hero points?
No, you've sold me.
Aren't you capped on hero points?
Dandarin, it's your turn.
So, right?
You see an oven eating Sharut.
Sure do. That's as far as I can go on a double move.
You can use a hero point to gain another action.
I could.
I mean, but the other action would just be
moving. towards it.
Yeah.
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 So, top of the round, Sharut.
Survive.
Sharut is going to spend a hero point to not die.
Okay, so here's the thing. You should first roll your con check. Because if you roll your con check, you stabilize.
How many hero points do you have?
I have 1 hero point.
Okay,
Oh,
definitely roll that con check. Because if you're like, I spend it now, and it gets back to its turn, it's just going to eat you.
Yeah.
Okay. Rolling the con check. Here we go.
Hey.
See? You stabilize.
There you go.
I stabilize.
All right.
Hey, John, it's a new round, right?
Yes.
Yeah? Why?
Oh, cool. I spend a hero point. It's my turn now.
Okay. Dandarin seizes the initiative. 1 second. Let me update.
Get me out of there.
Dandarin, you are now in 22.
Hey.
Sharut, you stabilize. Dandarin, it's your turn.
God.
Now's your chance, Dandarin.
Under the boots.
Take his...
He just smacks the feet
Plus
so it goes
one.
all the way into the mimic's mouth.
Hold on, let me just double check. +1 racial bonus against goblins.
Dandarin walks up, breaks both of Sharut's ankles, tips his hat to the mimic, and walks away.
My job is done.
It's been good working with you, Phil.
We'll be going in with the, let's say the bodish on this one.
Alrighty.
And we'll be sundering the creature.
Sounds good. What are you sundering exactly?
I'm going to sunder his natural attack on the off chance. Actually, no, I'll target his AC.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and do the thing.
Ah,
That will not hit.
I've already spent a hero point, right?
Yep. All right.
Well, now I've blocked it so that I hit Sharut in the feet and just feed him in.
Okay. And after Dandarin is going to be Zaract.
Cool. Got a rules question.
Yeah.
Since Sharut is functionally stabilized, I believe unconscious at this point, right? I'm assuming he can't counter grapple those checks.
No.
What does it take from my side to do that?
To try to prevent the constriction?
Can I grab him by the feet and try and roll against the mimic's grapple to pull him?
Yeah.
out?
So the way this is work. So I'm giving it some flavor here. He's not actually in its mouth. What's happening is that he's stuck to it because mimics are basically glue.
Yeah.
So he's stuck to it, and every round that he's stuck to it, the mimic automatically gets to constrict.
Yeah.
So you could go up and try to pull him off, but it is a strength check.
Fuck.
You can give me. Do you have knowledge engineering?
No.
All right. So you could go up and try to pull him off. And I mean, this is a thing where like you do have Forsidna goes before the mimic does. So you could be like, Forsidna, help me pull, or something like that. Or you could help her pull.
Yeah.
And I
And-
can even come help too.
Yeah. So the two of you could basically go up, grab Sharut, and just kind of like rip him out of the mimic mouth.
I think that's got to be the plan.
Okay.
Is,
Mind you,
I'll-
Forsidna is probably better than me. I'm strength -1.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
So
too.
the smart option here would be make Forsidna make the check, and then the two of you would like assist her.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think that is. I think that's the best we've got at this stage. So
Yeah.
So Zarax will go to the side and grab one boot,
All right.
and I'm assuming, and I'll just roll the strength check now to see if I assist. Cool.
Okay, you will assist, and after you, Delian, it is your turn.
Okay.
Make sure to leave some room so that Forsidna can do things, but maybe
I know. I wouldn't know where to go then.
I mean, oh no, wait! You actually have a thing that pulls people.
I do.
Yeah, you can
Wait,
try to hook your shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull up on how to do that because it gets pretty wild.
Yeah, it's
Because
it's a pain in the ass.
from what I'm getting, I can maybe yank Sharut out, but if I miss, if that's a thing, I hit the mimic, I go straight to the mimic.
So the way that I would work this, since other people are attempting to help with this particular thing, you would just roll, and if you hit, basically, you would just assist the roll.
Okay.
Does that work?
Sure. Since we're kind of finagling this, what do you want me to roll?
Roll the CMD that you roll for when you do like range disarm and range steal.
Okay.
Since you're using like one of your ranged doohickeys.
So just like my steal dirty trick.
Yeah, that one.
All right, cool.
Okay, you will give a bonus, and then on after your turn. So basically, Zarakt goes up and grabs a boot. You kind of shoot this like grasping thing past Dandarin, and you grab like one of the other legs, and then Forsidna will go up and she will attempt to wrench it out as well, and does.
Oh,
Nice.
thank goodness.
Sharut, you are there. You are still unconscious.
I'm out of the thing's
But
mouth.
there's
That's
this-
all I care about.
Yeah, there's just this like, and you just hear the oven go. And then
in the mouth.
then I got targets.
So this is something that I just want to know flavor-wise, because I know creatures in different settings do different things. Do mimics move in this?
Yeah, mimics can move.
Okay, because I know some of them they can, some of them I don't know.
Yeah,
any,
so
but
so
some of them
mimics tend to
can't.
find a place where they can go that makes sense to hide and set an ambush, and then they do.
Okay.
So the mimic is going to go for let's see, Zarakt or Delian or Forsidna, and it's going to be, or sorry, not Delian, Dandarin. So it's going to be Dandarin.
It deals 1d3 damage to Sharut.
Dandarin, does a 20 hit you?
The root. Aye.
Sharut, why? This betrayal.
Yes. Unfortunately, it's not a giant, so 20 will hit me.
All right, so that will do 11 damage.
Ouch.
And you are grappled by it, and so it is going to try to do a constrict on you. Does a 23 hit your CMD?
Yep.
You take 12 damage.
Oh my lord!
I am unconscious and dying.
Oh my god!
Goodness gracious.
All right,
That's a problem.
Tertia, your turn.
Uh,
We'll just put him like right there.
I'm going to try and do a snipe shot.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Also a push shot into the wall.
I mean, if he's already in the wall, I don't know. Stop moving your dude.
I didn't move.
No, Eric.
I was trying to modify my current HP, and it was just like,
Oh,
No.
I'm thinking of a different build. Never mind. Just snipe.
Okay.
I'm going to spend a hero point.
Sure. Go ahead and roll. That'll hit.
Probably, yeah.
Hopefully.
What?
Hang on.
Yeah.
What? How's that?
No, that works.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
So this thing happens. Actually, can you make me a reflex save, please?
6.
So this thing happens. You do your sort of standard like, and you throw your discus, and you see your chakram hit it, and then just stay there.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Well, that sucks. We
All
go over there and pull out a different weapon.
right. What are you pulling out?
Let's go with the Granny's old blade.
All right. You got Granny's old blade in your hand.
Sure do.
This is ridiculous. 1 sec. I have to look up the damage on this. All right. That is going to be a... so you see as Corley is walking up, this corona of black energy is surrounding her hand, and she's kind of mumbling to herself. And then she points her sword arm at the mimic, and that energy just lances off in this kind of weird zigzag pattern and then straightens about halfway there and just boosh, just like washes over the mimic. And you see that it looks like the mimic actually kind of like shrinks from the impact. After that is going to be Lumio. It's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna move 15 feet closer, which puts me here-ish, I think, like there.
Yeah.
Now I have a line of sight on the mimic.
You can see it. It looks like it's trying to eat Dandarin.
Oh no, that'll give you indigestion. You should spit that out, Dandarin. I don't know how dwarves work. And I am going to I better hit it with lightning. So I guess we did refresh. D100. Yep. No, it's not gonna do lightning. I'm aiming for the slime. +1. Or the mimic, of course.
Yeah, that is not gonna hit.
Neat. All right. Well, that was my turn.
Okay.
Because it's moved.
All right. Top of the round, Sharut, you are unconscious, but you are alive. And then Dandarin, you are unconscious. Please roll me a con check. You
7.
stabilize. Zaract.
Okay. So, I'd like to try something unorthodox.
Okay.
I have in my backpack these 20 sausages.
I would gladly pay you Tuesday for a dwarf today.
Damn.
Go on.
Yes. Please continue explaining your master plan.
Okay.
I will try to abate my laughter.
These targets have been damaging to the mimic. Mimics are. I imagine the mimics have a semblance of intelligence. If an easier meal is presented, I would assume that they would go after the easier meal. Zaract is interested in making that easy meal out of grist and just wants to like throw the sausages all over the oven in front of her, and then try and grab Dandarin and pull him out. That same shtick that they just did to distract the mimic and hopefully change its target from chewing on Dandarin to chewing wonderful, wonderful sausages that unfortunately at this stage have not been cooked.
Okay. Huh. This is really weird.
Yeah. It's on the fly thinking. That's what I got.
Can you you know what? Give me a diplomacy check. I think that's probably the best way to do it, to see if you can entice it from one meal to the other.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So what happens is you just pelt this thing in the face with a bunch of hot links. And it's just got this mouthful of dwarf, and it's just like, and you're just throwing sausages in its face.
Oh my goodness. Delian just can't help.
Yeah, and all the sausages stick to it.
Zaract, what are you doing?
I was trying something that maybe would have worked.
By throwing our food at it.
None of the rest of you wanted the grist.
Those were emergency rations.
How do you know what's in my backpack?
Okay, so that's your turn.
Yeah, that's what I got. Fuck.
Oof.
Delian, what would you like to do, sir?
I would probably like, all right, Frasidna, once more with feeling. Well, again, trying to stifle laughter because this is just absurd. And I'm going to try to hook Dandarin.
Okay. Oh my god. You get him.
I sure do.
And on her turn, Frasidna will roll to try to pull Dandarin away. And she will not make. She's just tugging and tugging, and he seems like stuck real fast. Dandarin, you are unconscious, so it will automatically succeed at its grapple to constrict you, and it will do 13 damages.
Dandarin's dead.
What was that?
Dandarin's dead.
Dandarin is dead.
Is that what he said?
That is what he said.
Yep, Dandarin's dead.
Okay. Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
see.
2 hero points.
What would hero points do? In
If
case
you
I
have
die?
2 heroes.
You can
Spend
spend
them to
you
cheat
can spend a hero point to cheat death.
I have to spend 1 or 2.
1.
Yeah,
change.
I'll spend a hero point and cheat death.
Okay. You guys see it like kind of open its mouth to take a big chomp out of Dandarin, and it's just like, and it looks like, basically Dandarin's hammer is turned like upside, just because of how he was holding it when it was swallowed, and the thing can't seem to properly close its mouth around it, and then you see this huge kind of like tentacular tongue just kind of like push the hammer out of its mouth, and then it's Tercia's turn.
With my other free hand, I pull out a potion and shove it in Shrewd's face.
Okay.
Hang on,
It's-
which one was it?
Is it
Cure light wounds. 1d8 plus 1.
all right?
He gets 4 back.
Sure. You got 4 hit points.
Now that doesn't get rid of my complete negatives, right? That just moves me.
No.
Yeah, it
still-
moves you up
Stupid
4.
danger.
Yeah, it just moves you up 4. What are you
All
at?
right. -9.
Jesus. Corley will go.
Perseus putting in work here.
Sure is.
All right, you guys see another one of those sort of like lazy black bolts kind of slide through the air from her hand and then suddenly like zip real fast and slam into the mimic, and it shrinks a little bit more. And after Corley is Lumio.
There we go. Buttons are hard. So I'm going to move here
Okay.
or here. There we go. And try to comprehend the entire situation, and then pop that thing in the snoot.
All right. Snoot it.
Wild magic.
Yeah. So like that's not enough for the wild magic to activate. But that's
Yeah, I know.
that's gonna miss though.
Neat. That's my turn.
All right, Sharut. Oh wait, Sharut's still unconscious. Dandarin is still unconscious. Zeract.
Fuck. I guess we're going for a morning star. That's the best option I have at this point. This is not going to be great. Yeah, it's not.
Okay. Delian.
Yeah.
You still have a hook shot attached to Dandarin.
Cool. I'm gonna try something. Is it a hook shot? Yeah, it's a hook shot.
Yeah.
Beans. Or is it a hook and pulley?
Either one, whichever one you grabbed.
Okay. Because if it's a hook and pulley, I can then hook shot the wall behind me.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have the hook and pulley attached to Dandarin, and then you're going to hook shot the wall and pull towards it.
Yes.
Okay. And here's where hook shot gets into stupid math. 1 sec.
And this is where I regret my choices of equipment. Because I think it's under tech, right?
Yeah, it's under tech. Go ahead and 1 sec.
Hook shot. See its entry above.
Yeah, it's a thing. The attack is compared against the attacker. Okay. Can you please make a CMD roll for me? That same roll that you were making before.
Okay. CMD roll, you said?
All right, sorry, it's a CMB roll. So
Okay.
it's the same like the what was it, the +6 or +7 that you were making before?
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. Okay.
If it needs to, I will use a hero point for it.
A hero point wouldn't do it because it would only give you a +4. If you spend a hero
Okay.
point to re-roll, you'd have a higher shot.
Okay, then that's what I will do. I almost
you go.
rolled 1d202. That would have been nice.
But if you're a coward, reload.
Would you let me
In
roll
the year
1d202
2000.
for one Scooby Snap? All right, so what happens is you go over here, and then Dandarin just kind of like slams out behind you as the hook shot retracts, and your hook and pulley, which is already attached to him, then pulls even harder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. That's your action.
Yeah, honestly, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. I mean, as far as action goes, good action.
Thanks.
But then, no, I'm kidding.
Oh, fuck me.
I wouldn't do that. I mean, I would, but not right now.
that would have sucked out
Oh,
Oh
loud.
God.
I don't know that it can fit through that door.
Yeah.
No, it came from the
Squeeze.
ceiling.
You know, you're right. I think it can only hit Lumio. So good call out,
Yeah.
correct.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Lumia,
Glad to
make
help.
a reflex save.
That's a will save, actually, to avoid being confused.
All right. So at this point, for
Too late, confused.
will miss and then take a. Fuck. There's no good choice here.
Nope, it's fine. She should take a step back.
Yeah, she'll miss and then take a step to here. Basically, she sort of like looks to you and looks to Corley, and Corley goes, "Forsidna, don't be stupid." And then I'm gonna give Forsidna a will save.
I'm gonna actually nod her in the other direction to go.
Okay.
Here.
She will follow. Oh, over here.
Yeah.
She can't move there because it's difficult terrain basically.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Okay.
like this is the spot she can move to with a 5-foot step.
Uh-huh. Oh boy.
So she manages to avoid duty, and save her own skin.
Yep.
And then it's the mimic's turn, and I got a delicious looking shifter right in front of me. Oh my god!
Yeah, sure, fucking do.
So good. Does a 15 hit you?
That depends. Dandrin, did you do your maintenance today?
I do my maintenance every day.
Yes.
A 15 does not hit me.
Okay.
Nice.
So you see the oven kind of like waddles forward a little bit. This form isn't really made for walking.
Mhm.
And it kind of like waddles forward, and then you see the part where you put the logs to, start the fire, just kind of reaches out and then further and then further and then further. And it's just like this length of honey almost, but it ends in vicious teeth, and you manage to bat it away. Tertia, it's your turn.
Okay. What should I do? It's the real question.
Jump into its mouth. It's worked real good for about half the team.
I can tell. I'm gonna try and do a bloodied strike on it.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna use a hero point because my melee sucks.
Okay. That'll hit.
Great.
What does this do?
Well, first it does 1d8 damage because I hit it with a sword.
Sounds great. That's 7 damages.
I did.
Okay.
And now it takes 1d4 plus 1, I think, bleed.
Oh, so at the start of each turn, it'll.
Is this? I don't know what this is from. Is it from like fencing
Duelist.
or something? Duelist. I've read over fencing, but not duelist. Okay, so he takes it immediately, and then he takes it at the start of each turn, right?
Yep.
Okay. So
These are also long cuts. He needs to heal 5 HP magically, or have a DC 20 heal check done to them to stop bleeding.
sounds fantastic. Can you make me a reflex save, please?
Duelist
Sure.
bleed also stacks with itself, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you hit with Granny's sword, and then you feel it sort of stick to it for a second, and then you rotate your wrist, and then you flick it back, and you see it actually kind of cut into what looks like brick, but is in fact basically glue or putty. And then you see whatever's inside this thing just start to leak out. Good hit, good
Can
round,
mimic-
and you keep your weapon.
Can mimics bleed?
Oh.
That's a good question. I will check real quick.
Yeah.
They have a weird type thing. Let me see. Nothing on them that says that. So, and I will check subtype. I will check base type. Nothing on either one of them that says they can't bleed. So yeah, you're good to go. And that was your round. After that is going to be Corley. And Lumio.
That's me. Yes.
That's your turn.
Oh, is it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right then.
Mhm.
I'm going to, at the very least, put down my totem that allows people to do more damage. Same one I had up in the last round. And then, because I can do that as my move action, so I'm not moving anymore. Then I'm going to do the D100 for that totem going up, and a D100 for the attack roll, and then I'm going to do an attack roll, and I'm not touching it. So that was my turn. Thanks, everybody.
I like it. It was real fast. He got it down. Sharut is going to lay there. Dandarin is also unconscious. Zarakt, it is your turn.
Zarakt is going to delay, but in doing so, will shout to Forsidna, back up.
Okay. Sounds good. After that is Delian. Delian, you have an unconscious bloody dwarf in your lap, basically.
Yeah. Kind of move the dwarf off my lap and shoot, I guess kind of move up here, and I think here would be even better, and take a shot at it with my short bow.
Okay. Yeah, so you walk up, you fire the short bow. Give me an attack
I
roll.
fire the short bow, and hopefully this does something.
Holy shit!
Christ Almighty!
It threats to
This
crit.
is like this is the third crit I've
Roll
done
to
tonight.
confirm.
Roll to confirm, yeah.
And that's the same roll again.
Yep,
Mhm.
same attack roll again.
You just have to hit its armor class again.
I do not.
Okay, so you don't confirm, but you do hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Make
Okay.
sure you add +2.
Thank you. Plus 2. That's 3.
All right. Yeah, you do another like ping to its body, and it kind of and that's your turn. On Frisina's turn, she will move back as
And then
Zarak
Zarak
disordered.
acts.
Okay, and I will update combatant Zarak to 8.01, not
you.
801, 8.01.
Zarak takes a 5-foot step and explodes.
Okay. This isn't going to. So this is going to hit it. It's also going to hit.
I can't do anything about Tercia being right there.
All right. Go ahead and roll your damage. So to be clear, there's real quick. There's an oven right here.
Oh,
There is no 5-foot step there. Like that oven takes
Yeah.
up the whole square.
that's fine. I move then.
Okay. So that will threaten an attack because you can't 5-foot step in a difficult
Oh.
terrain. Like you would be climbing onto it.
You could make an acrobatics check.
I would give you an acrobatics check if you want to try to make an acrobatics check.
If I fail that, I just go prone, right?
No, if
And it's-
you fail that,
So it gets.
it still gets the attack of opportunity. But then you can complete the move.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, that's anything to ablate that makes sense. Let's give that a shot. I mean, the standard kind of goes off regardless, but
Yeah, so that's not gonna do it. So it'll get the
Yeah.
attack of opportunity.
Yep.
Which is lower now. 1 sec. Yep. Does
That
an
hits.
18 hit you? An 18
it sure
will
fucking
hit you.
does.
13 damage.
Yep.
I need to make a grapple check against you.
I am pretty sure that that is going to hit regardless.
Does a 13 grapple you?
Holy shit! It does not.
Okay, so
Wow.
So you are stuck to it. Basically, you do not go where you want to go. You go to here, because that's what it does. You're stuck to it now. So
Question.
essentially, you're going to be in this square.
Shit.
Does the
Yeah.
explosion still go off?
No,
well-
if she does the explosion, she'll kill Sharut.
Yep.
Oh.
Zrak, if you do the explosion, you can kill Sharut.
It's all about that freezing.
So are you going to do it or no?
Fuck. No, Zarak isn't going to kill Sharut.
Okay. After that is going to be the mimic, who is going to attempt to grapple you, Zarak.
Wait, can she still not make an attack?
I'm grappled. I have a standard, but
She's currently grappled and doesn't use light weapons, so no.
she will shout to the rest of you to get the fuck back.
Um,
Although, who knows if she's going to live past this.
So, Zarak, I need to make a grapple check on you.
Sorry, is it your turn? It is your turn. Guess what? Bleed damage.
Oh shit, bleed damage. So it's 1d4 plus 1, right?
Yep, it's 5. It takes the same amount each time.
Does it really?
Yes.
Are we?
It's a
So
static number.
this is super important. Are we absolutely sure? Because I don't know
I'm-
how bleed damage
Uh,
works.
Hang on. I'm looking
hold-
it up.
Hold
looking
on,
it up. Bleed Pathfinder.
because I was just looking at this and have looked at it before. The bleed damage that you take is not a the damage stacks in that it's a continuation of that same amount. A creature that is taking bleed damage takes the listed amount of damage at the beginning of each of its turns.
So the listed
um,
amount is a d4 plus 1, right?
Oh, I guess that's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm gonna roll the d4 plus 1. Or Mike, would you like to roll it? Mike, it's better if you
Dealer's-
roll it.
Sure, why not?
Oh my god!
Fucking hilarious.
So
Just
so
goes like, no,
there's-
Mike, I'll roll it.
there's a reason this is really important. It dies.
Yeah.
It was at 40.
God.
It was at 47 hit points. And
Yep.
52 is what takes it out.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh my god.
It's ridiculous.
So Zarak, basically, that huge tongue grabs you, and then it lifts you up, and as you're coming in towards it, you see, like, there's just parts of this thing leaking out of it. And as you're getting close to the mouth, it just loses all strength, and you just fall to the ground.
I'm still stuck to it, aren't I?
You're still stuck to it, yeah.
Oh yeah,
God damn it.
that was a soft landing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neat.
Oh god.
That's fucking ridiculous.
I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so fucking sorry.
Don't be
I feel
sorry.
so
I'm
Right,
sorry for
hilarious.
tempting fate.
I feel so
when
bad.
when you opened it, I was like, reflex save, and he was like, make a reflex save.
Well, no,
Zarax
it
is
wasn't a
gonna
reflex
stand up.
save. It was just, you don't have to make a reflex save. They just hit you.
Zarax is going to stand up, turn immediately to correlate, and say, "What the fuck was that?"
I told you there have been some changes. I have been practicing. I don't sleep much.
Who cares what it was? It was helpful.
Yeah, for real.
Hey,
A lot of damages.
Seems on the level.
Hey guys, the Umber Hulk's dead now.
Lumio is confused. He attacks. Which of you does he attack?
Yeah, I
Kills Darut.
I marked the Umber Hulk as dead just to like help with
To screw with me?
Any
Screw you,
confusions?
John! I know this shit! I know he's coming!
So what would you guys like to do?
Cry.
I shoved more
Become
potions
conscious.
into his mouth.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to heal, not heal Delian, Dandrin, but you know.
Dandrin,
try
you
to-
were mentioning about my feet.
Get another 6-pack.
To Sharut?
Yep.
Sharut's at 3. He's getting there.
You're at -3 or 3.
Yeah. I'm at -3.
Okay.
Jeez Louise.
All right, another one it is.
Alright, he is
You are staggered. Hold on. This is super important. You're staggered at 0 hit points. What do? You have
He
one
take-
move or standard action.
he's gonna take a standard action to crack a salve on his wounds.
Oh, okay.
That's what he's gonna
You
do.
don't go unconscious from your own action. 'Cause that's one of the things that happens at 0 hit points, where you go like, I'm gonna draw a potion. You pull out the bottle and you go unconscious.
Yeah.
Like you see him like in a daze, and like reflexively in this daze, his hand just goes like reaches in to a bolt holster, grabs a vial, and just smacks it into his wounds.
Passes out.
Oh god, that was
Dare you
poison.
Try to...
Oh, it was poison. Oh no.
Oh god, it was a
His
flashbang.
wound
Yeah.
says, oh, that's the stuff.
I shouldn't have licked the blade.
So that is a 1d8 plus 9 because of the boost that I gave it.
I retrieve my stuck weapon.
Give me a strength check.
God damn it.
All right, Shroot is back up.
No, I don't.
You're just pulling at it and it's just not coming.
And he is out of it. But he sees Dandrin on the ground and everybody else.
Yeah, you want to
standing.
you might want to tend to our dwarven friend over here.
Let me just
W-
subtract.
When you get the time.
Let me just subtract a bolt file. Yeah, he's gonna go heal up Dandrin real quick, and then I think he's gonna make a recommendation. 3? No, that's 4. God damn it, Dandrin, you gain 4 health.
Hero points, when they spare you, they say that attack never happened, right?
Yeah, that attack didn't happen. You
Then
suffered none of the
Dandrin
effects.
slowly wakes up at 1 hit point. Sharut, are you okay?
I had the worst dream. The kitchen was
You were in an oven being eaten.
The other tried to bake you.
Sharut made mistake.
And then it baked me. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Sharut is gonna look to Lumio and say,
Sharut suggest bar door need 30 minutes.
and he's gonna start.
Adrian is going to pull a potion off his belt and drink it.
All right. Yeah.
Sharut's gonna start crafting some salves.
Okay.
He can do. Let me make sure I have my feature right here.
Oh,
So
hey,
he
if you
can
could,
do 2 in 15-minute increments.
be a real pal and just replace the ones I used on you.
Yeah, like give me.
So,
Well, that's
so
the
he
thing.
can't
They-
make potions. He just makes these
Oh.
things that he uses on people.
Interesting.
So
Or
it's,
other
it's kind
people
of
can use.
it's
But
kind of
like
like
a
how
24-hour thing.
yeah, it's kind of like how an alchemist makes bombs. So he doesn't make potions. They're very short term.
Okay, so yeah, I can do. See, due to the volatile nature, for every 4 ranks you possess, you can. Okay, so yeah, 30 minutes. I can make 2. If we take 45, I can make 3, and I can heal. I can heal 3 people, but will be only with my healing kit healing for until we rest, basically.
Dendron, Corley hands you one. Yeah, take this one.
Oh, thank you, Corley.
So Sharut's going to use 1 salve on itself because, ouch.
Zarak will give Dandrin a berry. Oh, then
Oh,
he'll give
Corley.
one to.
Oh, I'm so
Corley.
full.
Yeah.
I'm so full. How many of the
Let
limbus?
us on my limbus bread.
How many of the limbus did you eat, Pip?
Who else needs healing?
My feet
you.
say do.
So I believe the people that got hurt in this were Dandrin, you, and Zoract.
Mhm.
Lumio got hurt before this, but he didn't get hurt during this fight.
Dandrin, how are you after that good berry?
Oh, I'm still hurting. I'm still hurting.
Zeract, how are you?
Not good.
Okay.
Let me see those feet there, Lumio.
Oh, this is a family stream.
The robot slowly gets up on the counter and shows the dwarf his feet.
All right. So
I have no idea which 36 would heal.
If you're trying to fix the fact that he's slowed, your roll just fixed the fact that he's slowed. So you basically tinker at like the weird wood and metal parts at the inside of his foot for 10 minutes, and you're able to speed him back up. But this isn't healing. It's just you speeding him back up.
Could I make another check
Yeah,
for healing him?
then
or
you
no?
can make an additional check to heal him.
While they're doing that, I'm just gonna make a couple hook and pulleys from trash in my bag.
Sounds good, and that will heal him for it's 1 per point above 15, or it's
13.
Yeah, so you heal him for 13.
Nice. That was more than I was damaged.
Cool.
Zeract, if you haven't already done so, heal 11 points of damage.
Cool. Thank you.
And then
That gets me real close. Much closer than I was.
8 plus 4 to Dandrin heal 6 points of damage.
Hooray.
We can stay if we stay here longer, we can heal more, but I would recommend we leave and find
I'd
some
rather-
other place to shack up because I can keep creating salves.
Yeah, I'd rather do that someplace warm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
I
so
agree.
you can keep
But
creating.
first, I need to get my weapon back.
You can keep creating salves, but somebody can only benefit from that
Wow.
salves twice per day.
No, they can benefit
Oh,
from
twice
my
plus your
salves.
modifier. So it's like
Yes.
5
So
times.
No, my modifier is 4, so
Okay.
it's 6 times a day.
Gotcha.
So, and I've used it on Dandrin 4 times. Zeract, I think, is also 4 times. Delian twice for the salves,
Okay. Cool.
and then Delian was 2 for the healing,
Yeah.
and then
Because you have
I
a
think-
variety of healing, but you're limited in the number of times that you can apply each per day, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, that is correct. So it's like nobody's hit that limit yet, but Zeract and Dandrin are getting close for the salves, and Delian is not getting close for the salves.
All right.
But pretty sure somebody's getting close for the
So
other one.
with the healing kind of done, eventually Tertia, somebody with muscles will come and be able to rip the chakram off of the mimic's corpse. So it'll either be for Sidna or Dandrin, I assume. And they will just pull at it and pull at it and pull at it until it kind of comes off, and then
Dandrin, are you wearing a gauntlet?
I'll pick up my hammer. No, I'm not wearing a gauntlet.
Okay. Chakrams have a very specific thing if you pick them up when not wearing a gauntlet.
Oh, I'll just put on my smithing gloves.
So what's the group doing? I guess this feels like the question that I'm asking.
I pick
Um,
up my hammer, and then I believe we set off to either explore one more place today or get warm.
I would recommend against exploring another place today. I think we should, one, get the hell out of here, like this area, because we've made a lot of shit ton of noise, and try and check up at a place where we can be on guard and warm.
Well, we do have that place.
Quickly, to that place.
Same,
Da-da-da-da-da.
same tarp covery shenanigans on the way out.
Same top covering, same top channel.
I like it. All right.
And it's 11 o'clock.
So, excuse me.
Bless you.
That one kind of snuck up on me.
Yes, indeed.
I don't know why this keeps starting so zoomed in, because I'm not trying to make it do that. So yeah, you guys
It really
were.
wants us to know where we are.
You guys were in here. So you have so far, the place that you know that is small, that Tercia has been staying is right here. It is small enough inside that fitting everybody inside comfortably probably can't happen. Like, there's not really enough space for a group of 8 people to be like comfortable in that room. You do see, like this building, there's this building. Like you can try it, but it won't be incredibly restful sleep, essentially.
But this one already has a fire thing.
That's true.
I mean, could I potentially use that Featherrock token inside this structure?
So yes, the Qual's Feather token just makes a camp. You can use it anywhere. Making a camp is what it does. Whether the camp is defensible, like if you make the camp in a volcano, the camp appears and then it gets burnt by the volcano. It doesn't like make it magically protected. It just gives you a tent and a campfire.
That's not what I'm asking. My question is, will it fit inside this structure easily?
Yeah.
That is my question. Because if the only reason is because we have firewood, the token that I have takes care of that for a 24-hour period.
Yeah.
And even underneath the frost that we have, we can break down the tables that are in the alchemist lab. We can clean up the alchemist lab and set up in there for the night. That's where I'm coming from.
Okay.
There are beds in there too. Like they're
Also, it's a
frozen
bigger
solid.
area.
Yeah, it's a bigger area. We can sleep more comfortably. It's enclosed, which is probably the most important part, right? And it's probably
back in that corner.
Exactly. That's my thought process.
Okay.
Does it have a window?
So there is a window like on the second floor, basically up here where like where the big bedroom was that you found the secret door.
Right.
There's a window there. There's not a window anywhere else.
We set the fire
over
here, so it goes up the stairs and out.
So for the most part, a lot of the places in here don't have like windows. There's some on the castle, but that's about it. So
who needs all these windows?
We do, so we can breathe.
Oh, all right, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, right, you guys breathe.
So that's my recommendation. I think that's where we should camp up.
Okay, is the crew good with that?
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, it means all of my supplies are going to go to waste over there.
I mean, you could always just go grab them.
Fine.
Your supplies are things to burn. It's fine. We have things to burn.
All right. So, is this where you guys are camping? That's what it sounds like.
Mine is too. Yes.
Yes.
But I see a master bedroom. That's where I'm gonna flicker into.
Sounds good. So this is where you guys camp. There's a window along this side, where you can like kind of see out and look at the city a little bit. And speaking of, since I know it will irritate you, Zarect, can you give me a perception check?
I can't because it's flickering like hell.
Yeah, I had to
refresh.
I had to refresh it.
I don't know why it's flickering. It's solid on my end.
Fine.
Solid on my end as well.
Do it live.
It might be because it moved us through walls.
Maybe. So it shouldn't do that if I'm the one that moves you through walls. But
let me see if this loads up. Taking its sweet time. Okay, can jump in here now.
So you guys are all resting there. You're basically all in this tower area up here, and you can see out a little bit. And Zarek, you can kind of like faintly make out kind of down here.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like the remains of an oven.
God damn it!
Da, 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 da.
I am.
If only we'd have known.
I think we'll leave on that. God damn it. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you again next week. Bye bye.
Good night, everyone.
Cheers.
I'll have refreshed my goddammits by then.
Eat the rich.